Alrighty, welcome on in to some more DSTV content. I'm here with Nick Fernball. We're going to give you some commentary. I'll give you some play-by-play. Nick will give you some color. We'll spice it up a little.
I'm strolling in. Let's go.
Duquesne St. Joe's from Hagen Arena tonight. The Dukes looking to get what would be a big get-back, get-right win against the Hawks. They need it. They have lost 2 in a row. Right? Yeah, 2. Yeah, the Fordham loss was 2.
Definitely a bounce. This is definitely this needs to be a bounce back game. I know it's tough circumstances given that they have to play in St. Joe's, and I know they're not favorited. They're like a 9-point underdog.
Yeah. Yeah, 9.5, which I think is a lot, but I can totally get where you're coming from if you're a Vegas bet odds maker.
Yeah, let's make sure live stream is working.
Yeah.
But I think what's going to be needed for Duquesne to come out on top, they have to start strong. I think it's been one of the biggest issues. They've started so flat in a lot of these games, and the best example I give was when they actually went and had that really good win against St. Bonaventure. They started out so strong in that game.
Yeah.
And they opened up strong. They got that big run. Was it in the middle of the first quarter? Something like middle end of the first quarter?
Yeah.
And they just kind of took that momentum and rolled with it. And one thing I do remember being painful is that this is the most frustrating thing. We talked about it when we were at Ruggers. We were at Ruggers.
And, whatever they call it.
I forget if it was Tristan or if it was Tyler said it, but it was basically Duquesne was 9-0 when they shot over. I think it was 66% at the free throw line. If they shoot under 66%, they're 0-11. That is the most wild stat I think I've seen in a while with Duquesne. It's just been a lot of little mistakes, and I think it's really frustrating to see.
Yeah. I mean, I think that the whole thing of a must win this game, is because of how you drop that game against Fordham. Yeah, it's a tough game, but
bad.
Then don't lose the game to Fordham. You needed one of them, so yeah, I think we're ready to get underway. I think we got to update the live stream.
I think we do. Give me 1 second while I put this out for everybody. If you haven't, share this out to all your friends and family and watch the two of us probably lose our minds tonight.
Listen, man, if it's anything, listen, the problem was with the Phillies live streams is that my mental well-being was already teetering with how that series went. It's the playoffs, and that's when I really lost my mind. No, that was scary.
So I guess let me go and quickly update. Should be hopefully on. My one worry is the audio lead. Hopefully TV.
Good Lord, this should be a fun one, though. So we're about ready to get underway, it looks like, from Hagen Arena. How about it? So, fun fact, Joe Lenardi's doing this game. That's kind of fun. That's a fun little nugget.
Say Joe Lenardi?
Yeah. Yeah, Joe Lenardi's on the call for this one.
Oh, that's sick.
All right, so
I mean, I feel like we know the obvious thing is the free throws. And I feel bad for saying it because it's been so harsh, but we talked about it. And you guys are a lot better.
Enough,
you guys are a lot
man.
better at being gentle. I'm a little more blunt with how I put things.
You are very blunt with it, yeah.
But when I put together that graphic, it was as harsh as I think it should have been, because they're dead last in the A10. They shot 64% at the line, and they're being beat by 2% for 14th. The spot above last is 2 points better than them. That's how bad they're shooting. And they're towards the bottom in the league in free throw attempts.
Yeah.
You should not be towards the bottom and getting free throws, and then being the worst team at shooting them. Those should not go hand in hand.
And that's the issue, yes, because you got to the line at a very low rate, and that's all right if you're hitting those free throws. But if you're inefficient at getting to the line and making your free throws, it's backbreaking. Duke's starting lineup goes like this: Trey Dinkins, Cam Crawford, Jakob Netchus, Jashawn Corbett, my apologies, and Eli Wilborn actually gets a start today at center, so that is something very noteworthy. They've been going with Dixon and Beret. They go with Eli Wilborn tonight.
That's going to be an interesting one.
Very intriguing. But
Do you think it's an interesting decision that they started Trey Dinkins, given the fact that some of the biggest mistakes on Fordham came at the hands of Dinkins?
I think that he's the best guard still on this team, so I'm quite fine with him starting. I think, give a few games until you start considering taking him out. He's been pretty good.
That's fair.
Derek Simpson and Eric Reynolds at the guard position. Xavier Brown, the reigning Rookie of the Year in the A-10, along with Jobar and Rasheer Fleming. Drew Joyce's birthday, by the way. It's his first season as head coach. It's his birthday. They saw LeBron James there yesterday. There's Doozer in the background behind Joyce. Doozer. My God, Jim.
I guess going into this as the game's about to tip off, what do you think is going to be needed for Duquesne to take down Billy Lang and the team he's put together with St. Joe's?
That's crazy because Billy Lang has such a talented team. They just really underperform. I think they're going to need to get out to a quick start. You mentioned it. I think you're absolutely right with that assessment. We're underway here. Brown will give as Fleming at the top. He goes back for Reynolds. Eric Reynolds had a rough game against the Duquesne Dukes last time out.
Yeah, I know it was not a pretty showing.
It was not. I wish I was there for that. These two are a really well-matched teams.
The rebound by Corbett.
I was upset that I couldn't see it. Cam Crawford spinning in for the lay, and it's blocked off the backboard. Goaltending to call on Fleming, and the Dukes strike first and make it 2-0.
It's a good start. I'm glad they put in Crawford because Crawford has been getting – I feel like he's gotten better every game.
It really has felt like that. He's been pretty consistent as well.
Thursday.
And here we go with, I believe that's Reynolds, or my apologies, Brown. Duquesne looking strong inside so far. You got Wilborn in there locking up Fleming. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Turned over. Dinkins gets the steal. Good defense by Wilborn. As Dinkins will bring it across. Gets a screen from Wilborn. Now in the left corner with the shot. It's up. It rims off. Rebound by Jobar.
And one thing I think is going to be very important, I think it's going to be something we need to be looking at tonight, is along with the issues of free throws, they've had a lot of problems rebounding this season, despite all of the big men they've had come back in and the addition of Wilborn. So I'm looking to see if they can provide a better effort.
Yeah, big jam by not Jobar. It's Fleming. Fleming coming in for a big jam, and St. Joe's is on the board a minute and a half in. It's 2-2. Moving with it, Netchus, a handoff to Corbett at the top of the key behind three-point line. He'll give over for Dinkins. On the right wing, Dinkins with the lob for Wilborn. He lost it in midair and couldn't finish.
That's just been another thing. They've had a really hard time with, putbacks, it seems like.
The nice lay attempt by Brown. He just couldn't finish. Would have been tough. And Corbett's down after snagging a rebound, coming down awkwardly around multiple Hawks.
What looked like was it Fleming?
I thought that he landed awkwardly on Fleming's backside.
It looked like he got bumped a little bit.
Yeah. Now here's I'm showing the replay of the Fleming dunk. That was a big jam. Duquesne gets the ball though. Corbett gets up. He looks to be all right for the moment. Be Crawford to inbound. And it's St. Joe's running a press here. It causes trouble for Duquesne. They get into Netchus, who had to fly all the way up from over half court to get it. So something to look out for there. Here's Netchus with it at the Hawk wing. Gives to Dinkins, who gives for Wilborn inside. And a great defensive play by the Hawks internally.
Yeah, one thing I think is going to be needed is just how well they're going to play down low because they've shot really well at the 3-point line this season, but they've had I don't know, they've had a lot of problems getting offensive pressure down low, and I really want to see Nietzsche and Wilborn start taking steps up because I know Nietzsche has been just having kind of a tough sophomore season.
Yeah, is that three from Sampson no good? Excuse me, Simpson rather, but it goes off of a Duke, and it will be St. Joe's ball under the basket here.
It tipped off right off Nietzsche's hand coming down.
They're showing Xavier Brown, like we said, the reigning Rookie of the Year in the A-10. Now for Fleming, a three, no good, off the hands of Reynolds, and it will be a Duquesne ball. 17:08 to go in the first. It's 2-2. There's Cam Crawford inbound. Once again, they're running the press, and Duquesne is having trouble with it. Corbett ends up getting the ball, and they'll give it to Dinkins. Dinkins will handle it and bring it up the court for Duquesne.
You haven't seen a lot of teams run full court press this season in the A-10.
Yeah.
Especially opening up the game. Usually you'll see it towards the second half.
Oh, yeah. Good point. Wow. Wilborn came flying in for a surprise rebound attempt. Couldn't get it. That was off a Netchus miss hook shot in the post. Now here's Sampson. Sampson driving in.
Kicked out.
It's kicked off of the foot of... No, I guess it went off the foot of a Duke. Dukes thought that it went off the foot of Simpson. Instead, Derek Simpson will inbound it for the Hawks.
That's a
And
shot.
now they're showing shoes.
That was a shot.
That was something else. Reynolds, the teardrop inside, no
Oh.
good rebound. Tipped home by Fleming.
Like I said, it's been the rebounding. Net just gets boxed out and can't find any way to muscle himself inside.
Rasheer Fleming with 4 early points for St. Joe's. It's 4-2 with 16:20 to go. Coming up on our first media timeout here tonight. Netchus at the top of the key, dribbling in towards the charity stripe. Gets the pass back, puts it up, blocked. Rebound for Wilborn. He's denied. What a block.
That's some great defensive pressure from St. Joe's down low.
Wow, Xavier Brown looking to finish off on the other end, and a nice reverse layup for Xavier Brown at 6-2 early.
Hand in his face. That's just an unbelievable shot from Brown. I mean, that's what you would call big league shot, honestly.
Yeah. Here is Crawford. Gives for Corbett. Now with it, Dinkins at the left wing. Steps back from beyond the arc. No good. And rebounded once again by Fleming. Excuse me, no. That is Ojogbor. Wow, I need to get that pronunciation right. I apologize. We'll get that right at the first media timeout. Now a jump ball. It will be Duquesne ball when we come back from this media timeout. 6-2. Nice start for the St. Joe's Hawks.
Yeah, it's just been kind of the same things. They've gotten muscled out down low. The big men, they've tried to – I feel like I like what they're trying to do with getting more involvement with the big guys, but it's just not working right now. They're getting beat down low bad right now.
And usually Duquesne with this lineup, they're looking to get that edge on the rebounding side of things. You know, you got Netchus in there. You got Wilborn. You got all these guys in there. It usually should work out for you. It just hasn't yet.
You feel like Choppy might get a decent amount of time tonight? Or do you think they're gonna try to stick with Wilborn?
I think Choppy's been pretty good for them defensively. I think that they're gonna have to go to him at some point if Wilborn keeps on getting burned like he has inside. I mean, he hasn't put up enough scoring yet to be worth keeping in for, you say, 25 to 30 minutes today.
And what's frustrating is it seems like just none of the big men have really worked out. The closest one's been Chobby. Dixon's
No
had
one's
a lot
really
of struggles.
None of them
this
have
season.
really, throughout a full year, absolutely told you that they are the guy. You haven't been able to. There hasn't been a guy that has specifically carved out that starting 5 spot, and it's tough for Drew Joyce to, shuffle around these guys. It's you don't envy having to do that.
No, and I think what makes it so tough is that with last year, I felt like you could confidently lean on Dusan and Fusini
Yeah.
to
Oh yeah, that was
get a lot of muscle out pretty much just about anybody, especially Fusini. He was electric down the stretch in the A10 playoffs, and especially in the BYU game. I think he finished with like 12 or 13 rebounds, and you just don't have that guy, and it's killing them. Like every game, like even like they're showing right now with the stats, Duquesne getting muscled out down low, being beat by 2.5 rebounds by St. Joe's, and those. While it doesn't sound like a lot, it's a lot in basketball. Those turn into 5 or 10 points. And right now with Duquesne's record, they've lost a lot of games within 5 points or less. I mean, Lipscomb, the Milwaukee game, I think Hampton was 5.
Conference games.
The Fordham loss was within 2. They've lost a lot of games by small margins. And those big discrepancies in the rebounding – and honestly, their ball movement at times.
Yeah.
It seems like they just play a lot of iso ball sometimes.
I believe it's Adjobar.
Adjobar?
Yeah, we're going to go with that.
Got Kareem checked in.
Yeah. Kareem Rozier comes in for Trey Dinkins, as well as Matus Vronsky. He comes in for Jakob Netches. Everyone else the same. Actually, never mind. There's another one. Yeah, Dave Dixon comes in for Wilborn. So Wilborn takes a rest after a little under 5 minutes of play so far, and they call an offensive foul on Dixon.
Yeah, I think he got him on the pick.
Great start.
Yeah.
All righty, 6-2, under 15 to go here in the first half. Just getting started here tonight. We appreciate you tuning in. As now here's Fleming over for Simpson. Brown. Now for Fleming. Reynolds driving in. Kicking for Adjobar. Can't come up with it now for 3. It's good. Anthony Finkley.
It was a beautiful shot. It was snowing there. They tried to cover down low, and Matus left his man.
That's just that was Desir Haskins. The one with the rebound though was Anthony Finkley. Rozier's gonna try a 3. He's got a 3.
That's what I'm talking about, the beautiful ball movement. That was just a great we can't always expect passes like that, but getting more movement with the ball, it opened up that lane for Kareem.
Finkley driving in on the right side, gets to the baseline, has to throw it to Fleming. He went flying into the bleachers. Now resetting with it, Xavier Brown into the corner, a contested 3, air ball. Duquesne gets the ball. Here's Corbett bringing it up. Duquesne's running. Now back to 5-on-5 here with Rozier handling it. At the top of the key, now right wing, Vronsky, pump fake, pulls in for a midi jumper. He's got it.
It's a good floater. Just saw his space and just took a nice open shot.
Nice flow right there from Duquesne on the last 2 possessions. They've cut it to 2, 9-7.
This is the kind of momentum I feel like you want to see from Duquesne, is when you get beat up.
And wow, what a steal from Crawford. He's going to get it back from Rozier, and he's going to lay it in. Tie game at 9.
That's the fight you want to see from Duquesne. That was all Cam Crawford there, and a great pass from Kareem to finish it off. But that was just an unbelievable effort from Crawford. He's really just been stepping up as the season's gone on.
7-0 run in less than 2 minutes here for Duquesne. Inside Finkley, pump fakes, puts it up, missed it. Rebound Finkley again. Dixon is fouling him. And one. Anthony Finkley with the bucket. Just a ferocious play right there. Did not give up. Very resilient.
That was just good fight from Finkley, but you could just see it. David's just getting boxed out down low. He's jumping a lot. I think he was jumping like 3 or 4 times on those 2 shots. Bumped his leg, and you might have sold it a little bit, but that's just it's still just good fight from Finkley.
Yeah, agreed. So Finkley is going to go to the line here. And he's got the free throw. It's 12-9, 12:47 to go.
Looks like Edwards just checked in.
Derek Simpson comes back in, and Edwards comes in for the Dukes. Reynolds will come out for the first time tonight, the senior from Maryland. Great state of Maryland, Nick.
Yes, sir. We're from Maryland.
Temple Hills.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I didn't know if you would know that. Rozier's going to try another 3. This one deeper. He's got it.
See, that's a great three. I feel like Kareem just has not taken enough shots this season sometimes. And I feel like sometimes he has a really nice shot. He probably has, in my opinion, the best 3-point shot from Duquesne. Is that foul? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a foul on Corbett, just getting too much into the landing space there of Finkley. Finkley making a nice impact here heading into the game.
But that's just what we see. Like, Kareem has just – I feel like if you get him more space at the three-point line, he'll make a lot more shots. And I feel like nobody talks about that enough.
By the way, I'm pretty sure Dixon has 2 fouls already.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, wow, that's
He had the pick, and then he had
that. Yeah.
And he had the
oh my God, yeah, I forgot about the
pick.
pick.
Foul down low.
Here's Brown up for Simpson. Gives to Fleming. Fleming inside. It's
foul by Horonsky.
Foul on Horonsky. Not sure if Horonsky got a piece of it. Regardless, they're going to call the foul, and it will be Fleming going to the line for 2 shots. As the editor-in-chief for the Duquesne Dukes, Spencer Thomas, takes a seat at the producing table. It's an editing night.
It is.
Yeah, release night.
Everybody at the Duke working long and hard hours.
That's true. As there's Eliyahu making his way into the...
How y'all doing in the space back there?
There's Nick. Nick's coming in too. Second free throw is missed. Corbett gives for Rozier. I'll have to get up the court. St. Joe's still pressing here, so...
I think they're going to keep that all night.
It would be smart to do that. Duquesne's had a little trouble on the inbounds.
Yeah, and like I said, not a lot of teams in the A-10 have been trying full court press early on in the game, so I think it's just something they're going to try to do to throw off Duquesne's timing.
On the left wing, here's Rozier cutting in towards the free throw line. Kicks out for Corbett on the left side. It's deflected away. Nice hands by Finkley. And we'll head to another media timeout. 11:36 to go. Here in the first half of play, the Duquesne Dukes and St. Joe's Hawks in a big one here from Hagan Arena tonight.
I like the fight back from
Duquesne. Oh, God, there's a hawk.
Oh, yeah.
There's a hawk. By the way, it doesn't stop the whole game.
No. I love the fight back, though, from Duquesne, because when you get punched in the mouth like that 9-2, it definitely can get frustrating, and I feel like you're starting to see a little bit of the body language of here we go again. It's going to be like Dayton again. And you start seeing some good fight back, especially from someone like Kareem, who, like I said, I feel like it's very underutilized on this team sometimes.
Agreed. I don't know, man. I think that's definitely encouraging to see. I thought things could have gotten out of hand once the score was 9-2, but they've been on a 10-3 run.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10-3 run since 14-15.
I feel like you have a very talented roster on this team, and I feel like it's just little things. And I feel like when they get the little things right, this team the movement gets a lot better. They start boxing out down low. You saw that great effort from Crawford on the steal that led to the turnover points and tied the game back up.
Yeah. By the way, the women's team for Duquesne hasn't played in 8 days.
Has it really been that long?
Yeah. They haven't played since last Wednesday, and it was the Education Day game against LaSalle. Not our Education Day, theirs, but...
It was LaSalle's?
Yeah. I can only imagine how loud it was in that gym.
Oh, I'm sure it was very loud.
I don't know. Have you been to an Education Day game? That's kind of a silly question. Have you?
I don't think I have. No.
I felt like that might have been a silly question because I feel like you would go to
Education
one
Day
in
where
like
you bring
5
like
years.
a lot of the...
Yeah, it's like all like the local
elementary
kids.
school?
Yeah.
No, I have. I was.
Oh,
It
my
was
God,
the,
it's loud.
It was the GW one last year. It was GW last year. No, I was at that game. I loved that game.
I love the game. However,
I think Nay went off in that game.
However, it was very, very
Nay
loud.
Bernard, for everybody wondering.
Yeah, facts.
Which
Nay Bernard. What y'all know about
Did they
Duquesne?
play Loyola Chicago yet?
They have not. However, they don't play Loyola Chicago at home, so it's like it's kind of unfortunate, but maybe they'll meet in the A10 tournament. By the way, we will be at the A10 tournament for the men's.
Where will the women be?
That will be in Virginia at the Henrico Sports and Event Center. That's the last week of a play for A10 play for.
Are we talking like Fairfax? Are we talking Arlington? Are we talking?
I don't know, man. I just says it just says
the
Henrico, Virginia. Henrico Sports and Event Center. I think it was there last year, to be honest. Anyways, 13-12. Duquesne trailing to St. Joe's. It was 9-2. St. Joe's at 1 point. However, Duquesne has battled back a little bit. Simpson inside. Too many steps. They're going to call travel. It's Duquesne ball. 11:15 now to go.
Oh, I know where this is at. It's right outside Richmond.
Where is our education? Do we have an education day? Where is it? Oh God, it's against the Bonnies.
It's against the Bonnies.
Yeah, I'm off
That's
on.
funny.
I'm off on that day, so I'll be there. It's just
When is it?
I might have to bring my noise canceling AirPods. It's very loud in there.
When is it?
February 26th. That's a couple days before break, actually.
That's a game that could get loud.
Oh my God, it's gonna be so loud. You hear them play? Have you ever been to an education day game where they played Party in the USA?
Yeah, the GW game.
Yeah, it was awful.
It was so
It
loud.
was so loud. When you heard that the first few notes and the kids knew, you just heard, ah. It was so loud.
Yeah.
Listen, it's great for the sport. Let me just say.
Oh my God,
great
yeah.
thing for the sport. I'm not denying it.
Should we
Ron's
take
got a
deep
long
three?
three.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know about that, but no good.
That's a rough shot selection.
Yikes. Here's Simpson.
We'll check back in for Dave. Got Edwards.
Yeah, long three. No good. Rebounded by Edwards. Nice shot
The
by
one-
Edwards being aware there.
The one thing I really think, and I will give Edwards a lot of credit for it, he's been probably their best rebounding guard.
Agreed. Here's Edwards. No good rebound. Wilborn couldn't
Wow.
finish. That's a second time.
How did
And
he
now
not- that'd be
Brown
a
going
foul.
in. A tough layup.
That's a beautiful shot from Brown.
Here's Rozier. He's been a consistent source of offense so far in the first 10 for Duquesne.
Yeah, definitely been their best source of offense.
They
He's
got a
6
mismatch
points, right?
here. Yeah, yes. I thought they had a mismatch with Finkley on Rozier. They choose not to take that one. Here's Ronsky from the free throw line. Lost
That
it.
that could have been a little scary.
Rozier with 10 seconds left on the clock. Now 7. Rozier steps back from the tail.
No.
And no good. Off the back
Backdoor.
iron. Here's
Oh,
Corbett with the
Corbett.
rebound. It was loose in a slot, as they'd say in hockey. Let's call it the paint, though. And Corbett was able to get to it and quickly lay it up and in. That's a big point for Duquesne. They cut it to 1.
We've seen a lot of it on the other end where Duquesne's just kind of been on the receiving end of the ball kind of bouncing around. Nobody grabbed the rebound, and somebody puts it back up. It was great awareness from Corbett to see the ball was still bouncing around in the net.
A Joe Bar inside. Great defense by Wilborn. He's got the steal. Now here's Edwards with it. Passing inside for Corbett. Cutting Corbett. He's got it. Wow, I couldn't even speak. Great pass. That pass was almost cut off, too.
That's just good. That's just good awareness from Corbett. And like I said, after kind of rough games against Fordham and Dayton, he's having a very good start to the game against St. Joe's.
Hawkins gives inside a hook shot in the paint. No good from a Joe Bar. Now here's Corbett with some speed up on the right wing. He'll back it out, get to the top of the logo for Edwards. Now on the left wing, it's Ronsky. Handoff for Rozier at the charity stripe. Rozier moves to the left. Good defense there by Hawkins. Here's Edwards now on the right wing with 9 seconds left, and he lost it off his shoe. It'll be St. Joe's ball with 8:23 here to go and some subs for both sides.
Sometimes that's just a case of doing too much. He was trying to make a bunch of moves, try to get some form of a flinch off the guard, and nothing came. And he just banked it off the back of his ankle.
Duquesne wasn't able to get much penetration into the paint on that possession, so and trying to do a little too much there. Joyce talking with Edwards as Dinkins will come back into the game, as well as Cam Crawford for the Dukes. Ronsky's in as well. Netchus also comes in, and Wilborn stays inside, manning the center position. Driving in on the cut was Reynolds. He's fouled inside. I believe that was Netchus, and he'll go to the line. That was a nice cut right there from Eric Reynolds. And Simpson made it happen with the pass. He crossed up Wilborn on a mismatch on the left side, and cutting in on the baseline from the left corner was Eric Reynolds. He got fouled. So 16-15. Reynolds ties it with his first free throw. He can take the lead with his second free throw. 8:10 to go. We're approaching that under 8-minute timeout here.
Reynolds has been one of those insanely just underrated guy. The speed and the movement from someone like that, he just makes he's probably the biggest problem on St. Joe's, at this point.
Yeah, Reynolds is and has been a great player for St. Joe's. Go down as one of the better ones in St. Joe's history when it's all said and done.
Definitely.
They've had a pretty storied history. Here's Netch's top of the key three. No good. Rebound. Crawford tried to tap it in. No good as well. And that will go out of bounds. I believe they said St. Joe's gets
It'll be
it.
St. Joe's ball, yep.
St. Joe's ball when we come back here with under 8 to go. 7:47 to be specific. Duquesne and St. Joe's locked in a little battle here to start off your Wednesday nights.
It's definitely a good start to the game. It's been a very entertaining start.
It could have been way worse.
Oh, it could have been way worse when it was 9-2.
That's what you gotta
worried, I
realize.
can't lie.
That's what we gotta realize here. By the way, we're gonna give you a 8-10 update. Let's
How
do
much
that
am I
because
gonna have to
there's
update that
games.
graphic again?
What's up?
How much am I going to have to update that graphic again? No, I'm kidding.
Uh-oh, that's not good. No bueno. Anyways, well, let's take a look at what's going on around the A10. You got UMass and Rhode Island as well. And every game started at 7. There's a lot of games on tonight. Jesus
Pretty much all the games
Christmas.
up at 7?
Every game was up at 7. There are
Dang.
5 matchups tonight,
Sheesh.
including the Duquesne matchup, obviously.
Who else we got?
UMass and Rhode Island, 25 all at a TV timeout. George Washington and Richmond. Oof. I guess it could be fun. Richmond's been
GW's
tough
been
to
a
watch.
fun team to watch.
Richmond's been tough to watch,
Yeah,
but
it's
GW's been
rough-
fun.
it's
That
been a
one's
rough year for
that one's in DC, and GW's up 22-19.
It's surprising
They're
how much
also at the
Richmond's
TV
gone
timeout.
from because last year they were in the top 4. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I think they were second actually.
but
In the A10 last
GW.
year.
No, they were
No,
awful
no,
last
Richmond.
year. Oh, Richmond. Yeah, they
were
were.
second.
They had King, who was
Yeah.
the
No, he was
player A10 player of the
terrifying.
year.
He was terrifying.
He was.
But
No one was really happy that they had A10 players of the year. I don't blame them. I thought it should have been Holmes, but what do I know?
100%. But
What do I know?
yeah, I know
He's
it's
still
been
a beast,
rough
though.
year for them. Who else? Who we got?
Yeah, this is a good one. Loyola Chicago and George Mason.
Oh,
If
I feel
it was in
Chicago's
Loyola.
been one of those teams that's I feel like kind of underachieved this season.
Oh yeah. Well, I like the sign they just cut to as they go back to the broadcast. It's a Go Birds sign. You know, a hawk is a bird, an eagle is a bird. This game is set in Philly, so Go Birds.
One thing I think is surprising, they're showing that this is the 65th time they're meeting,
Wow.
and St. Joe's basically has a 2-to-1 ratio on Duquesne.
You wanna know
for
something
wins.
funny though? The first meeting was in 1938. St. Joe's won 33-22. They
Well,
also
with
met
basketball
in
just played with 15 minutes.
They also
15
met
was the
in
whole game.
1969. They also met in 1969 in the round of 32 of March
They
Madness.
only played 64 times. If the first time was 1938.
You see, the A10, Duquesne wasn't in the A10
Right.
for a lot of years. So, and I don't think the A10 was a thing for
Who did Duquesne-
hot minutes.
Who did Duquesne play basketball for back in?
I also didn't know that the A10 was, or that Duquesne had a basketball team in 1938. I kind of just didn't really realize. I guess
Who
makes
would they have played
sense.
for before the A10? I'm trying to think.
3-ball Reynolds, no good. Took a wonky bounce and rebounded by
open.
St. Joe's. Simpson, wide open 3 from the corner, no good. Dinkins has it, bringing it up on the left wing. Tries to get it down low to Dixon. He can't. In that left post, good defense by Reynolds. Reynolds switches on to Ronsky. Now in the left corner, it's Crawford up to that wing, and he's fouled. Clear blocking foul right there.
I definitely think going back to that play, I definitely think Duquesne got a little bit bailed out because that was. It's the thing we always say. I know if it's wide open, you got to make it, but I mean, he got a perfect look. He set his feet. It looked like good form as well. I was surprised it didn't go in.
By the way, here's a little interesting part of the A10 schedule tonight. It's Fordham LaSalle. Fordham is literally up 31-17 on LaSalle. Fordham might just win 2 in a row after losing
God.
6 straight. Who knows? Here's Dixon.
Who would have thought the answer
Who would have
was
thought
your
beating
coach
Duquesne?
getting suspended?
At the buzzer, wow!
Oh my God.
Beating the shot clock was Trey Dinkins on a
Just a
running
prayer.
fadeaway 3 or running sidestep 3.
That's just the definition of chucking up a prayer.
Oh, my
That's
goodness.
a good shot from St. Joe's.
Nice shot from Reynolds from the 810 logo
Wow.
inside the paint. He got it. It's 19-19. This has been a fun one so far.
They've had a good effort on the road so far.
Yes.
Not many mistakes, save for the bounce off Edwards' leg. They've played a pretty clean game.
Which is what you need to do to beat a team on the road in the A-10. Rebound by Netchus after he missed it. Good job by Dinkins. Now
Deep
a
shot
far
by
3.
Edwards.
No
Good
good.
rebound.
Another one from Dixon. Dixon puts it up. No good, but he's fouled.
Well,
Nice effort from Dave.
We're going to see how true that statement I said rings out.
Well, free throws are going to be a fun one, isn't
This
it?
will be the thing everybody. I mean, it's been the spotlight for the season. It's been the main.
It's scary.
It's been the main source of criticism with the Dukes this season.
Yeah.
Is the issues with the free throws. So something's got it. Something has to give at some point.
You would think so. Now here's Dixon at the line. His first one is no good off the back iron.
There's been so much of that this season.
Hold your applause, everyone.
There's been so much of that, just banking it in between.
We'll be here all night.
The rim and the backboard.
Second one is no good. It bounced out. So
And that's
Dixon
the definition of
goes
beating
0 for 2.
yourself. And that's just beating yourself.
So it's certainly not what the Dukes were looking for at the line there. I believe those were their first 2 free throws of the night.
Yep, first 2.
They're 0 for 2.
Missed them both.
So now here's Reynolds at the St. Joe's logo. Now Fleming driving in from the left wing on the right side. He's fouled as he got to the charity stripe. And
I think it was on Nietzsche's.
yeah, well, Netchus has to have like 4 fouls, but it feels like he's getting called. Maybe I'm wrong. He's got 2.
Got 2.
Well, that's not ideal either. But you're at a point in the first half where it's not the worst thing ever, but you got to be careful in the final 5.5.
You can't let it
it's
get
not
to
as
3
much
before
time.
the end of the half.
Yes, good trap by Duquesne on Simpson in the right corner, and that produces a steal.
Good play from Horonsky.
Agreed. Ronsky with a great awareness play right there. Now here's Crawford at the top near half court. Gives for Netchus. Netchus driving in on the right side. Kicks to the right corner. Dinkins on the left. Driving in. He's got it. A nice floater in the paint from Trey Dinkins.
He has a really good floater. Like a really good mid-range shot. But I feel like because a lot of basketball has been geared to threes, I feel like we lose the value of the mid-range jumper as St. Joe's just dropped one in a beautiful floater.
Yeah. Nice floater right there by Eric Reynolds. Now here's Jakub Netchus over to the corner for Ronsky. He's got it. Duke's lead, 24-21, and a steal by Dinkins. He'll take another 3. No good. Wow, I don't mind the heat check. I don't mind the shot. However, it sucks when you don't make it. It would have really helped the Dukes out. However, it's Simpson with the ball.
It's good pressure for St. Joe's and not making a mistake there because usually when you turn the ball over, sometimes you lead to big mistakes, a foul, just small mental errors.
Duquesne, good defense on Brown, putting out Fleming, no good. And now here come the Dukes with a little bit of speed. Netchus for Dinkins. Inside for Wilborn. He passes up at the free throw line to the left wing for Ronsky. Ronsky towards the center. Now puts up a 3. No good. It goes out of bounds, clanging off the back iron. It will be St. Joe's ball with 3:51 to go in the first half. We'll bring it to halftime after this little timeout. And while we're in timeout, let's now go to college basketball at large and see what's going on tonight. Any interesting situations, any interesting scores?
They're showing an ad for
No, I had Tom
A10
McCarthy.
Hoops Talk with Tom McCarthy. Wait, what?
T-Mac.
I didn't know T-Mac did some stuff with A10.
Yeah, I didn't know that either until I saw him in something like the other day.
Huh.
Here are a couple interesting scores. Auburn, LSU. Auburn, number 1 team in the nation. Undoubtedly, they are good.
They're really nasty.
28-20, they're up on LSU. That game's in Death Valley. Not much happening there so far out of the ordinary. They just made it a 10-point lead, so we'll keep you updated if anything goes down there. I doubt it because LSU's 1-5 in conference, but, fun times. Oh, man, what else? I guess we can also point out that UMass and Rhode Island is tied at 29 with 4:59 to go in the first quarter, as well as Richmond, George Washington in a tight one, 27-25 GW with 3:58 left in the first.
UMass is in a tight one, 29-29.
Yeah. And Loyola Chicago, George Mason is 13-12. That's 13-12 with 4:47 left in the first. I think you don't want to hear the shooting percentage. Do you want to know the shooting percentage?
It's horrendous. It's got to
my
be under
God.
20 for one
Loyola
of the teams.
Chicago, 4 for 16.
It's 25, okay.
GMU, 4 for 17. Loyola Chicago's 3 for 11 from 3. George
Good
Mason is
Lord.
0 for 6 from 3. They haven't made a 3.
My God.
This will make you feel better about the whole Duquesne missing free throws thing. Loyola Chicago's 1 for 4 from 3. They're not much better to start.
The thing for me, though,
At least they made one.
I'd rather be a team that's worse at making three-pointers than making free throws.
I think the way the game is going, though, it's almost like I'd rather have the 3-point shooting. As long as you're okay at shooting for this. Duquesne's okay.
No,
Duquesne
bad.
at times can be okay.
Yeah, but
They are in
their
a really
best
bad
is the
stretch.
issue.
Yeah, well, you know what? When they're at their best at making threes, they make 14 of them. So I can deal with that. I can.
Yeah.
I still think it's a tough question. I just think the way the game is moving and the way the game's moved for years, I'll take my chances with the
I was
three-pointer.
looking around some basketball just out of curiosity. You got Maryland in a thriller against Wisconsin, 26-23.
Fun.
I know they're trying to get
By the way, Miami sucks. Duquesne's going to give it up.
University of Miami?
Excuse me, St. Joe's gives it up, offensive foul. Yes, Miami is 0-9 in the ACC.
Oh,
The ACC's not even that good this year.
0-9?
That's really bad.
My God.
Their line again when they played Duke was like 24.5. It was really bad. I know it was at home against Duke, but good heavens, it was embarrassing. Alrighty, here's Dinkins, a foul called on Reynolds. That's a tough foul call because you're trying to get around the screen. You're trying to go over the screen, but then, Dinkins is sliding through that screen as tightly as he can. You're bound to run into each other. That's what happened there.
Yeah.
So here's Rozier on the right wing. Gives to Dinkins at the top of the key, at the logo. Dinkins to his left. Gives it to Wilborn, on the right
finish
side.
from
A nice
Wilborn.
finish through contact for Eli Wilborn, 26-21 Dukes.
And that's a good ball awareness. He saw the pressures coming in. He puts the ball on his forehand and puts it up.
That's a far 3 from Reynolds, but won't
Foul.
count. Foul called on the screen, I believe. It's on the Dukes. And that will send Reynolds to the line for 1-1.
Right there,
He
just
said 1-1.
good
Jesus.
spacing, keeps the ball away from the defender and just lobs up a beautiful layup.
To my Big South fans out there, Charleston Southern and South Carolina Upstate are in a thriller.
Oh yes,
55-52 Charleston Southern. I'm sorry if that makes me laugh. However, maybe one of those teams will end up beating Duquesne one day. One of those teams is going to beat Auburn in the NCAA tournament. Fun
How
fact.
funny that would be if Auburn lost.
But the one team's 2-5, the other's 1-6 in conference. Here's Cam Crawford, a nice pull-up, no good though. He had the space to the left of the paint, just couldn't convert. And here is Finkley, gave to to Reynolds, same difference. A Joe Bar in the right paint, spins, puts up, no good.
It's good muscle from Wilborn there. Keeps Joe Barrow from having
Here's
an easy
Corbett
shot.
driving in, it's blocked. Big block by a Joe Bar. Duquesne will get it back, though.
That was angry. There was probably a little bit of frustration from
There's
that
a
last
little bit
shot
of
against
vengeance
Wilborn.
in that. Yeah, look at that. Whew.
Oh my god.
There's no doubt about that one. That was certainly a clean block.
Trying to see if there's anything funny going on.
Whoa.
Basketball. There
Wow,
really
yeah. Cam Crawford, that was sketchy. In that right corner, he stepped out of bounds after getting it on the inbound, and it will be St. Joe's ball. A couple of unnecessary turnovers for Duquesne.
And a few sloppy
That's
mistakes after they've been playing a very clean first half.
Yeah, well, that's because you said it. I think that's why.
It figures. That's usually what happens.
Though they've only had 3 turnovers. St. Joe's has had 8 turnovers. Duquesne is doing a great job forcing those turnovers tonight. Here's Reynolds. Now for Finkley.
There's definitely a big mismatch down there with Kareem.
That's very true. Here's Brown moving in,
Foul.
tried to switch hands,
Ooh.
and he's fouled.
No, it
And
doesn't.
no, they're going to call
Looks
that a
like it's gonna be Duquesne
charge.
ball. Yeah,
It
it's
looks
gonna
like
be
they will. He did throw himself into the defender. It just depends on if the defender was. What? I don't know how that was a foul on Duquesne, but or maybe they didn't call a foul. I think they called it out of bounds.
It looked like he called a charge with the way.
So Duquesne calls timeout. I don't see how it would be a charge because he was up in the air.
No, if you're right.
No, yeah, that wouldn't make too much sense. However, what do I know?
Toothpaste is going to lose to Army.
That's what we do know.
Colgate.
See, I love how they have the A10 standings graphic. By the way, Duquesne is 4th.
Dayton lost again?
Oh, no. Oh, they
They're
did.
4-4.
They did. Oh, my God.
Who
How
did they play?
Why did I not notice that last night?
Wait,
What is
hold
going on with me?
Hold up. Yeah, they lost to the Bonnies by 22.
Good heavens.
What?
Wow. So Duquesne
And
caught up.
St. Louis beat VCU.
Dude, Duquesne is getting very fortunate
The
here.
team I definitely have underrated,
Yeah,
St.
no.
Louis. They beat VCU.
Did you see the fight in that St. Louis VCU game?
Yes. It
Oh, my God.
was
that
wild. Was there any
crazy.
suspensions?
Um,
Out from that?
Well, I don't think there'd be any on the players. No, it wasn't a Malice in the Palace situation. However, I did hear from someone that one of the players, I believe it was one of the players' moms, parents that got into it. Yeah, I'll have to look back and see the exact.
We'll have to
So
look at
that
that
don't
halftime.
give me 100%. Don't take that 100% for the word. I'm just what I saw and saw from a source today. That will be Duquesne. Nope, it will
No,
be
it'll
St.
be
Joe's
St.
ball.
Joe's.
That was a 3, I believe. That put up by
Dickens.
Dinkins. Yes, Dinkins.
Yeah.
I'm so too busy trying to think. Oh, they call a foul.
They call it over the
I feel like
back
I thought they
with
did.
Wilborn.
Yeah, because they're going all the way back. I don't know why they wouldn't. Yeah. That's what it has to be. I think they're gonna call it over the back.
It's
and
over
that's
the
not
back against
ideal.
Wilborn, I guess.
Nah, so you'd have to imagine maybe Choppy's gonna get some minutes soon here.
Is that Wilborn's second foul?
It has to be.
Or was that his first?
It can't be it's his first. Wow. My apologies. I thought there was no way in heck that Wilborn had a foul. But you're right. Yeah. Wilborn, good job by Wilborn, by the way. He has accumulated some fouls very quickly in other games. He's been surprisingly consistently able to play clean defense. They're going to call a foul on St. Joe's now, and we're not going to go the other way. One more, and then Duquesne's in the bonus.
Yep.
However, Duquesne will get the ball on the inbound. A minute and a half to go.
Something tells me I don't think they're going to have to see that bonus.
Hey, you never know.
You never know.
You never know. We'll see what Rozier can do here with the Dukes up by 4 on the road against St. Joe's
You'd
tonight.
like to see him make it 6 or
Now here's a lob for Wilborn. He gets
Well,
a
he's gonna
foul
get a
this
foul.
time. He gets a foul this time. Couldn't convert, but I'll go to the line for 2. Oh, my goodness. One of these times he's going to poster the living heck out of that defender. Oh, my God. That is going to be one of the craziest
I
things
swear they get
ever.
at least 2 of these a game where it
Oh,
feels
my
like
God.
they're right about to make like an ESPN level play,
That would have been Sports Center
and
top
then they either
10.
get fouled or they just miss it, and the ball just goes flying into the air.
Oh, my God. That would have been... Wellborn has missed his first free throw. Duquesne's 0 for 3 from the line tonight. If they were to make 3 of those 3 free
7
throws, they would
points.
be up by 7. But
Even 2 would make it 6.
Here's Wilborn. Second free throw. He missed it again. So Duquesne hasn't made a free throw in the first half so far. Here's Reynolds. Hasn't come back to bite him yet. However, we still got a full half of basketball to play. There is certainly a possibility that comes back to bite them. Here's Reynolds.
It feels like they should be up by a lot more. They've left a lot of points off the board.
Here's Reynolds for three. No good. Rebound.
Good pick up by
Corbett.
Corbett.
He'll bring it up. Gives for Rozier. At
Corbett
the top of
stepping
the
up a
key.
three,
Corbett.
That's an ugly shot.
No good. Rebounded by Xavier Brown.
He almost just threw it up like a line drive, it looked like.
Yeah, I'm not sure I like that shot. Now here's Brown. Lost it. Kicks for Finkley. His shot. No good. Rebounded by Wilborn. 34 seconds.
Duquesne's pretty much going to get the last chance at a bucket here.
A 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Duquesne already used their timeout. No need for them to use it here. And Corbett,
That's
a careless
sloppy
turnover.
mistake.
Finkley driving in. He's got Haskins. He puts it up and in. That's a sloppy mistake, you're right, from the Dukes, and
But
it's a
that's just
2-point game.
And this is the bit that's frustrating me all year, sloppy mistakes.
Here's Rozier with 7 seconds left in the first half. Rozier guarded by Reynolds. Rozier driving in on the right side. Gives Wilborn at the buzzer. No good. So Duquesne, they're up by 4 with like a minute left, and they give up a bad turnover, and the lead cut to 2. However, good half for the Dukes, aside from a couple things. Regardless, they take a lead into the halftime locker room. A tight 26-24 affair so far here tonight as we enter halftime.
Save for like some of the small mistakes, they've played really good, but it's just, that
is a rough end to the half.
It's just the same mistakes, and it's just gonna keep driving fans insane. Again, 0 for 4. And then Corbett with another sloppy mistake towards the end of the half. Like, it just gives me flashbacks of Dayton again. They went, 1 for 6 in the first half. And then Corbett threw the ball away for a turnover and then got angry and, started arguing with Joyce on the sideline.
Yeah, it's been a rough there's been some rough moments for Corbett, and that was one of those. So, I don't know. I mean, regardless, I think Duquesne being up at the half
it definitely
is
helps
a little bit better than I thought. It helps ease those kind of frustrations, but they're still there.
Oh, they're definitely still there. And, one thing I think that's really helped tonight, like I said, the scoring's been spread, and I think that's very huge. Really, nobody's been, going crazy with the scoring. It's been 6 by Rozier, 5 by Horonsky and Dinkins, and then 4 by Crawford and Corbett. The scoring's been spread for Duquesne. And St. Joseph's had some good scoring as well. They've had Eric Reynolds. Is it Xavier or Xavier? Is it
Xavier?
Xavier Brown with 4.
Brown,
Rasheer Fleming with 5.
He's number 13 though.
Dacier Haskins with 5. They've had some spread scoring as well, just not to the same degree.
Yeah.
And I guess the reason I've just been a little more down is just the fact that they have the turnover battle 10-4 on them. They have been all over St. Joe's making mistakes. And it seems like they have not done enough with it to make the lead bigger than what it is right now. Because they're playing better basketball to a degree. They haven't been the best at the three-point line with Dinkins 1 for 5. And overall 4 for 13 for the Dukes.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that things certainly, like I said, could have been worse. Yeah, 4 for 13 from 3 is not ideal. Not ideal. Dinkins 1 for 5. Dinkins is almost, he's majority of those attempts.
Oh. Rhode
Island.
Rhode Island's also playing. I forget
Rhode
sometimes
Island is
the
also
men-
playing UMass in women's. Oh, of course we have to share the Josh Rivera 3.
That sucked. That sucked.
I remember watching that.
I wanted to cry a little bit. I can't
Believe it or not, I do remember that. I also remember our Lyft ride on the way back from that. Some words I can't say out loud.
A few, yeah.
That I can't say on DSTV, but it was Very funny. God, it's very personal. I got to leave him a 5-star review, by the way. I'm sorry. I haven't done that
100%.
yet. He deserves it. By the way, Reed Bailey, player of the week in the A10.
And
I
Kennedy
got
Harris.
my tweet about Reed Bailey got put on a Davidson promo.
Really?
Yeah. They hold on.
That's what's up. Was it put on on their Twitter?
Yeah, it was on Twitter and Instagram. Though I saw Instagram the other day, so I saved it. So that's what the closest I have. Oh my god, I don't want to switch accounts. Here it is. Yeah, here. This, and then you can zoom
Oh,
and
yeah, I
see
see 'em.
my, yeah.
Right above mid-major madness.
Dude, we made it big, fellas. And 3-Bit League also got on there. Okay. Shout out Tyler.
Shout out Tyler. That's funny.
Oh, God.
Also,
Let's go updates.
shout out to.
Oh, yeah. Jimmy.
Hey, Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Hope you're doing well today.
Jimmy, we're gonna discuss the last time we saw each other.
Yeah. Oh, it was
The only time, actually, by the way.
That's
Or
so
no,
funny.
it's a lie. Is it a lie? I don't know.
It was definitely the last time.
Yeah, because it was in May. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Game 7 against.
Hey, nice to meet you, Jimmy. I'm here to watch your pain.
For people at DSTV who may not know,
That's a
me and my
certified
friend
cult
Jimmy,
classic.
we do a hockey podcast called Pond Hockey Podcast, and
Follow up.
we did a live stream for Game 7 of the Toronto Maple Leafs versus the Boston Bruins. If you know how that game ended, yeah.
Someone, one of us three is a fan of the Maple Leafs. I'll let you guys guess.
Well, it's not me because I'm a Kraken fan and I am depressed. I wish Dan.
I'm a
Bosman was never the head
depressed
coach.
4-for-4 Phillies fan. Though actually, you know what? The Sixers are actually winners of 2 straight. I placed a parlay on the Sixers tonight,
How
by
the
the way.
Sixers doing?
I love free bets. They
They're
are not great,
My
but they're
God.
not the worst thing ever. Wow, I got my hand open, by the
Well,
way.
they're doing worse than the Bulls.
They are? They beat the Bulls the other day, actually.
They're
They've won 3
They
in
have
a
2
row.
wins less. They're not.
Can you imagine if they don't even? Can you imagine if they don't make the
They
play?
don't even make the.
If they don't make the play-in, I might have
Would
to
that
take
be
a
the
year
thing
off.
that jumps into the Monogamy list?
Dude, that would it would certainly be calling my name, man. That would.
Folks, I'm a Celtics fan.
You're a jerk. You're mean. I hope you liked Christmas. I hope you had the worst Christmas ever with Celtics losing. I hope that ruined your day.
I was happy when we won the finals.
I'm sure you were. I would have been over. I would do anything for a Sixers championship. I've said this for years.
How long has it been?
I've said it for decades that I've
long has
wanted
it
a
been since
Sixers
they won one?
championship. 1983. I was not born.
We're talking like
My
Mets
dad was like
territory.
11 years old.
We're
It's
talking-
been a while.
We're talking like New York Mets territory.
Yeah, the Mets. We're a bigger joke than the Mets in basketball. I'm not even kidding. Everyone knows us as the team who can't get past the second round. They haven't gotten past the second round since I've been born. Not even my fetus has seen the Sixers get past the second round. That's
That
ridiculous.
sucks.
Dude, it just doesn't make sense. Let's take a sidebar from the Sixers talk because I don't want to break this table. By the way, speaking of breaking tables, I'll cut in real quick before I go to scores with the mention that if the Bills and Eagles made the Super Bowl and the Bills won, or excuse me, the
One of
Eagles
those
and the
cities would've-
Eagles,
One of those cities would have lit on fire.
that's true. Probably both, actually.
Actually, yeah.
But if the Eagles beat the Bills in the Super Bowl, I was going to jump through a table and make that content for DSTV. I was going to do it for DSTV, but then the Bills lost. So I'm not going to jump through a table. Maybe I will if they win if the Eagles beat the Chiefs, maybe I will.
I said it.
But
I said
that's-
it to our friend, to my friend Zach,
I
who
don't
came
know.
and visited me for graduation. I said if the Bills win a Super Bowl, I would jump through a table.
Dude, I'll jump through it. I wanted to jump through a table so bad. I would have honestly considered jumping through a table before the game, but I didn't want to get any bad vibes. You didn't want to mess up. You don't want to mess up the vibes when your team's in the Super Bowl.
Honestly,
so
maybe we
I
should.
was
Maybe
like-
it would have changed the line.
You know what? Next time the Bills and Chiefs play,
Jump
if they
through a
play,
table.
if they play next year, we'll
Oh,
jump.
good
I'll jump
God.
through to a table. I'll jump through a table if the Bills and Chiefs play in the playoffs next year. You can record that, put it on God. I will. No, I'm so serious.
That'd
I
be
will.
one of those things where I'd look to see if I could get tickets for if it was in Buffalo.
Oh my God, that'd be awesome.
Have they played in Buffalo ever
In the
against
playoffs?
the
Yeah.
Chiefs?
Yeah, not this year, but last year when Pass
Oh,
missed
the
kick,
wide
yeah.
right. That was,
Wide
I thought
right
that was
too.
at Arrowhead. That was at Orchard.
No, that was at Orchard. Yeah.
Uh,
How sad that is. They had that golden opportunity, and he missed a wide right to tie the game. Now, I think the Chiefs would have went down and scored,
that still hurts.
but yes, they certainly blew that.
For people
So,
wondering, I'll talk about this tangent. So last
Oh,
night I came in
God.
here because we couldn't meet up for the pregame, so I decided while I was sitting here working on some homework,
I
I
didn't know
shot
that.
my first video on my sports channel for Hot Take Sports.
Hey.
First time I've posted since 2021. The last thing I posted on there was
Let's go.
You want to know how old this is? The last video I posted on my channel was about Bishop Sycamore.
Oh my God.
That's the funniest thing when I saw when I posted
Oh
that video
my
today. The last
God,
video I had
bro.
was Bishop Sycamore. If you want to look up
That
that
is
story,
rough.
be my guest. It's the funniest thing you'll ever see.
If
about
you don't know about
sports
Bishop
ever.
Sycamore and if you're older than 10 years old and you don't know about Bishop Sycamore,
It's
what
hilarious.
are you doing?
It's hilarious. It's the funniest thing I'll ever see.
You must be out living under a rock. But if
Thank
you're,
you, U-Tree, for the video. My favorite guy.
I love you, sure.
He's so funny. But the reason
If you're
I said
under
that,
if you're under 12 years old and you don't know about Bishop Sycamore, I'm sorry if I offended you, but you should know that. That's one of the best sports stories
one of the funniest
ever. It's
ones
hilarious.
but
They
you-
still deny any wrongdoing. If you, there was a documentary about it.
Oh
on
yeah,
Prime.
with
Oh
was
my
it all
God.
three or was it just Roy Johnson?
Roy Johnson was on it. Yeah.
Were the other two in it?
I don't know. I know that to end it, he was adamant that
I forget the one guy. but
we're
one
gonna
of them
make a
was-
new Bishop Sycamore.
One of them was Jay Richardson, who ironically enough, I think he played in the NFL.
Oh my gosh.
I think he was a wide receiver.
We got all these elite coaches, and we got all, that's a crazy thing.
That's the
Where'd they go to class? I totally forgot about it. Like, you got to imagine as
It's
a
a
parent,
wild
bro. As a
story.
parent, what were these tours?
Like I said,
Did you ever, tour, the college or the high school?
no.
That's my genuine question. I forgot. I got to read.
It's a wild story. If you have not,
I gotta
seen the
refresh my
documentary,
head, but,
go
yeah.
watch it. If you have not ever heard of this information,
No,
look it up. There are lots of videos discussing this this topic. It's It's one of the craziest stories you'll ever see.
I got George Kittle shaved his eyebrows. Not a good look.
But
Not
the reason
at
I said
all.
that was because I was posting my video because I came in here and and I talked about a few things. I talked about Duquesne basketball, things with the issues with my brain's failing me. The issues with payroll in the MLB, and then the first thing I talked about was the AFC championship games and preview for the Super Bowl, in which. I'm sorry, I'm gonna just rip the Band-Aid off. I picked the Chiefs. I'm sorry, Jack.
See, what I hate is
And it's nothing about you
everyone
guys.
that the ESPN predictions. Usually, you'd expect a little more from them. In their article, everything they say, literally all they say. More than half the people that picked the Chiefs was, I've been told to never bet against Patrick Mahomes. That's your insight?
Well, the problem
Give
is,
me more insight than that.
the problem is, how do you the
I
problem
bet against
see-
them because the Eagles should have beat them the first time, and they got screwed on a holding call that should have been called in the last 2 minutes of a Super Bowl. Their defense is better. Their offense is better. They have the best run game in football. They've been beating teams.
There's only
pretty
one
comfortably.
way.
I think they're gonna do it,
There's only one way they win, in my mind.
and that's if Saquon goes for under 50 or more.
I don't even think that
Yeah.
because I think the run
I think
defense
they're
is
gonna
going to
win.
give some problems for.
I think if Saquon goes off, they're not losing that game because
think for
Saquon's just
me
gonna
it's gonna
keep on
be
scoring,
Their
man.
D line.
I agree.
The only time they have lost in the Super Bowl was Tampa Bay, where he got sacked
no,
I think
yeah.
7 times. Something crazy like that because Tampa's front seven was insane with guys like Shaq Barrett, Levante David, Vita Vea. JPP wasn't there.
By the way, if there's another
Devin White, a few others.
if there's another Super Bowl loss, and I get denied the opportunity to go back home for a parade for the second time in 3 years, I'm going to be livid, and I will never get over it.
Well, definitely
I've not gotten over the Chiefs one yet. This is my chance. This is their chance to get over
Would
it.
this hurt more if they lost this year?
100%. Yeah. Well, it depends on how bad the score. It depends on the game, I think, because that really hurts that they lost on a holding call. They just ran out the clock and, oh, boom, 30-yard kick. Amazing kick. They win the Super Bowl. Now, no one talks about the kick, right?
No.
No one talks about the kick. Every highlight ends with the hold.
Ends with the penalty.
The refs blew the game.
It was.
The refs made it about them. And
The
I'm
reason I
sorry
talk about
if
that
it
is
was,
because-
it was a hold. They just, it was a hold. What are you talking about? Okay, but they should have called it when they did.
As the game's getting ready to resume in a little bit, the reason I think the problem is like at this point, and this is how football
God,
feels
they
like
drive
right
me
now
nuts.
with the Chiefs.
They're gonna do it to us again.
It feels like you can't like the reason people say, "Oh, I just can't bet against them," is the fact that it's like they shouldn't be as good as they are. Roster on paper is not even in the top 5 this year. Last year, you could maybe argue with how good the defense was. This year, maybe they're top 10, but their roster's still not that good.
But the Eagles roster is so loaded.
The Eagles probably had, in my opinion, the second best roster in football.
You were just saying number 1 is. See, I think if you were to go,
Ravens.
I guess, yeah. I don't
Ravens
know.
had the best roster.
I thought
then
their
the
O
Eagles,
line
then
wasn't
the
as.
Lions.
I thought the O line wasn't as good as the Birds.
No, the Ravens line was crazy outside.
Yeah,
of
but their center got
Linderbaum
killed by
was
it.
great.
Yeah, but
season.
Jalen Carter messed him up.
Yeah.
There was a whole. It was funny. There was like a 25 tweet thread of just the all 22 cam of Jalen Carter just making Linderbaum's life
miserable.
heck. It was awful. Yeah, it was so funny.
But no,
though.
he's been elite. Rosengarten was crazy good this year. I forget the right tackle's name. But
It
he
was
the stud.
tight. I just think that the Eagles narrowly were better than the Ravens.
That's fair.
By the
But-
way, look at the Hawk. He hasn't stopped. By the way,
You know
he
what?
doesn't
I-
even does he
I have
even
a fun
stop
question
for a
for you.
fist bump?
Best
Is that-
mascot in the A10. Who you picking?
Oh my God, the Hawk. The
'Cause
Hawk
the
will
answer
never
is not
die.
Blue Fossa.
No, I'm sorry. I want it to
The
be.
answer will never be Blue
I
Fossa.
want it to be our Duke, but I just
not Blue
think
Fossa.
that I think that the Hawk will never die,
Who?
and it just will never die. And the fact that it is the best. I'm sorry. I love Blue Fossa. I'm not saying I don't.
Let me see. No, this is ugly.
The Rams is scary. The
There's-
Ram is scary, dude.
Who am I thinking of?
No, the Fordham Ram scares. That one's
it's VCU's.
terrifying.
I like VCU's. I think theirs is cool.
VCU's Ram is terrifying because like the brown
face is a little
horns.
derpy, but I really
Yeah,
like it.
You know what the most terrifying mascot is?
Which one?
Gritty. Gritty's the most terrifying mascot of
Gritty.
in all of sports. It looks
The
like
best one's the Philly Fanatic, obviously.
the Philly Fanatic. There was someone who wasn't a big fan of Philly Fanatic at
Listen,
Rutgers,
I
and
buy
I was
it,
like,
okay.
I can't believe that. There was a bartender that didn't like the Fanatic. I'm like, dude, Fanatic is Philly.
Well, that's
Yes,
not a good
Gritty
start.
is more of a better. It is symbolic of Philly, I think. Gritty.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's a mess, and no, let's be real, most of Philly is a mess. I don't know. Regardless, second half is getting underway here. 26-24 Duquesne over St. Joseph's. Xavier Brown gives for Reynolds. Reynolds stops, gives over to Fleming. Swings around on the right wing to Simpson. Simpson driving in. He's got it over the outstretched hands of Netchus. We're tied at 26.
It's a good shot by Simpson. It's really high.
Yeah.
That's a high floater.
Here's Cam Crawford with it.
And they've continued to keep on the full court
Yeah.
pressure, especially they've
That was a
double
trap.
covered at times.
So a little
They've done
half-court
some
trap
traps
here.
sometimes.
Here's Crawford, wide open three. He's got
Drained
it.
it.
Cam Crawford. 29-26 Duquesne now with 19-10. To go here in the second half, just getting underway.
If they're gonna have issues with the 3 points, they gotta out rebound them. That's the only way I see
Yeah.
Duquesne walking away with this game. If they can't hit
There's
their free throws right
Fleming.
now, they can't get into foul trouble, and they have to rebound.
Agreed. Driving in Reynolds, and he's fouled. Not just didn't stay straight up there. Going to the line will be Eric Reynolds for 2.
That's not what you want to see. 2 fouls really early in the game, within 1 minute. And that's going to put Duquesne in just trouble right off the get-go if they're starting to get a lot more – if they're starting to fly around more. Yeah. And that's Nietzsche's third foul.
Oh,
or at least
Lord.
I think it's his third.
Yeah, because he had –
well, it says he only has one currently.
Well, what timestamp is it in the second half on there?
It's before the foul, so I guess he has two now, but –
1852, so that should be up to date. That just says 2, yeah. So anyways, once again, Reynolds showed him getting a foul. Reynolds, it's 1 of 2. No, that's a lie. He had 2 of 2. I forgot that Duquesne had the 3.
Mm-hmm.
So now here's Netchus, doubled, and he turns it over, ripped away by Xavier Brown. Brown drives in. Tries to give it to Simpson. He can. Fleming gets it off the ricochet and jams it home. St. Joe's has the lead.
And this is where the full court pressure leads to mistakes. Nietzsche's just got overpowered.
Got caught on a double.
He's got overpowered.
Here's Netchus. Gives over for Dinkins. Dinkins with it. I don't know how they didn't call a walk there, but all right. Thought there was a couple of dribbles. Here's Corbett, and they give Corbett the ball at the logo. Corbett split through
open.
double, yeah, and it goes to a wide open Nietzsche's rebound. Corbett gives to Nietzsche's, driving it. It's blocked again, but Nietzsche's gets it back. Out to Dinkins, a long 3. Got it!
What a shot for Trey Dinkins.
Nice shot from Dinkins, and Duquesne leads 32-30, 17:50 to go.
That's a great rebounding down low by Corbett. We've been needing to see that size be used a little more, and I think that's a great way to do it.
That's a nice move by Brown. He missed it, but the rebound was put up and in, so it's 32 all now. So that was rather quick. Here's Crawford. Crawford gives over for Wilborn. He can't shoot, so he kicks it back out to the top of the key for Dinkins. Dinkins putting on a few moves. Now on the post, backs himself out, and now goes back up to the logo for Crawford with 12 seconds to go. Here's Corbett. Swinging around to the left. A free throw shot, no good, fading away. Rebound, Wilborn, but he's going to get called for an over the back.
That's the second one already. That's the second
Duquesne,
over the back foul he's had today.
Yeah, it feels like Duquesne really should have gotten a bucket on that possession.
Yeah.
Especially with how it started with a lot of open space, but Wilborn in the corner is not always the best option. I guess he got caught up in there.
Yeah.
On the break, but just not aware of where he was. He realized right after he caught it, so not ideal from the Dukes. They're going to have to get a stop here. Simpson gives for Reynolds for St. Joe's. Guarded by Crawford. Swung over for Brown. Guarded by Dinkins. He gets a switch on to Wilborn. Wilborn blocks a three-point attempt. Now it's a 2-on-1 the other way. Corbett driving in. Got it. And one.
Oh, and he got the foul.
Nice finish from Corbett.
Let's see if they can make their first free throw. That's a beautiful play, by the way, by Corbett.
Agreed.
And it came from a great block by Wilborn.
Wow. Look at that.
I was surprised he took that shot with the size mismatch that was there.
And that was, I think, the Duquesne switch there was quicker than he anticipated.
100%.
And well done by the Dukes, being aggressive defensively. So Corbett looking to make the first free throw of the night. He puts it in. Wow. All right. 1 for 5 for the Dukes. All right, here's Simpson. 5 points, 8 boards for Corbett.
At this point.
Yeah, that's true.
20% is better than 0 at this point.
Very true. I'll take it. Now here's Simpson. Reynolds, yeah.
He tried to beat him.
Crawford
That's a
bit.
beautiful shot.
Crawford bit, and Eric Reynolds taught him a lesson there. He puts it home. It's 35 all. Dinkins, he's going to have to get it off. He does. They're across half court. Now there's Corbett trying to hold on to it. He doubled in the post. He gets it out for Netchus. A long stretched arms keep the Dukes in this possession. Now at the top of the key, it's Dinkins moving to his left on the left wing. Gives out to the corner, right side for Crawford. In and out. Now here's Reynolds. He's pushing it up for St. Joe's. He gives over for Simpson. Simpson now putting some moves on Wilborn. Now here's Reynolds. Fading away 3 on the left wing. Wow. He got it. What a shot from Eric Reynolds. He's come alive in the second half so far.
He has. That's about as perfect as you could play on defense. Hand in his face, jumping up. You get the size advantage, and he just beats him up top.
Netchus
you can
wide
do is-
open. Crawford. He's going to try it again, and he's
Saints
got
it.
it again.
Wow. We're starting to get a game here. This is getting crazy.
There we go.
Crawford leading the team with 10 points now.
What a wild first 4 minutes here. 12 points for Duquesne, 14 for St. Joe's in these 4 minutes. It's been 28 points now as another bucket for St. Joe's as they take a 40-38 lead. What is going on? Here's Dinkins. Guarded by Simpson. Next stoppage will bring up our first media timeout of the day, of the second half, rather. My apologies. Here's Dinkins on the right wing, using the leverage on Brown. Gets in, tries to give to Wilborn. He can't get it there. It's still loose. Getting to it is Fleming, and
Was that
now
not out of bounds?
here comes Brown. I don't know how it wasn't out of bounds. Brown out of control shot, but they call a foul on Netchus.
I'm surprised.
And exhale. We got a
That
break.
ball seriously, they never fall out of
Wow.
bounds?
I think it really, it probably tightrope that line.
Wow.
There was a loose ball, and St. Joe's got to it. They lead 40-38.
They're
We
gonna
got
go
a
to the
fun
line.
one here.
Reynolds up to 14 points. Good God.
Now, this is something that is insane. Rhode Island's up 59-38 on UMass. Now, it's worth mentioning that this game was very close at one point. I don't know what happened.
Was the halftime score?
So by the way, Rhode Island has opened up the second half on a kill shot plus 3. 13-0 run. So with 16-24, UMass took a timeout. Wow, that's crazy.
Yikes. That's a yikes.
Yeah, boy. And GW up 39-37 on Richmond. That's a close one. GMU up 31-24 on Loyola Chicago. And LaSalle's got it to a 9-point game against Fordham. Now in the second half with 15-17 to go.
Going to live stats.
I meant to get live stats up. I don't know why it happened yet. Hey, we finally got full charged. Yippee. Oh, man. Well, this has been a fun one.
No, this has been unbelievable.
It's been
so far.
so much fun. Well, yeah, Jersey Mike's. Love their cheesesteaks. It's the only cheesesteak I can have in Pittsburgh.
If they're gonna win, I mean, at this point, if Duquesne's gonna find a way to win, they have to start slowing down Reynolds. He's, like you said, he's come alive. He's been like unguardable this second half.
Nah, 4 for 7 from the field. He's 50% from 3. He made 2 big-time 3-point shots just now. He's 2 for 4.
Yep.
If you're wondering what 50% meant in those terms. Yeah, he made his first 2 threes of the night.
Cam Crawford's been playing very good in the first and second half. 2 for 3 at the 3-point line. He's 4 for 6 overall.
Yeah. By the
You
way,
got that huge bucket on fast break.
9 points for Rasheer Fleming. He's also got 5 boards. Xavier Brown with 6 points, 5 rebounds, and an assist. So as we're moving towards the end of this one, it's Xavier Brown at the line, and he'll make the first free throw.
The thing I'll
He's
say
got
that I
one
think
more.
has been good so far is that even though it's been ugly at times, they've had the rebounding's even. It's 20 apiece. So they've been doing a really good job getting down low, especially because they're
What have
leading
the offensive rebounds been?
7 to 6. So they're leading in offensive
Ah,
rebounds.
There you go.
Corbin's
They
been
got
the main factor. He has 8 rebounds total.
when they
3
get
of them
killed
offensive.
when they get killed on offensive rebounds, that's when things really go downhill for them. I don't know it's every team, but like in non-conference, it felt like that was a recurring problem. Here's Crawford kicks in the right corner to Corbett. Now at the left wing, it's Rozier, takes a couple steps in. Right corner, Crawford drives in, kicks left wing wide open, Rozier for three. He doesn't get enough of it. It's off the front iron. I don't mind the shot. However, Rozier just didn't get enough. Yeah. Fleming driving, can't quite make a move to the right. It's stole by Wronski. Wronski now with it, gives Rozier. He's got the mismatch on Fleming. Stops, gives to Dixon. Dixon lost it, and he throws it away.
That's just careless from Dixon.
He was off balance, but still a rough play there. Big block on Reynolds by Wronski. Woo.
That was a shot. That was
Good Lord.
That was just a Herculean block.
I love that word.
From Wronski.
The Herculean block.
It was good effort as well because he was one of the guys on the fast break there. We're going to another media timeout.
Official timeout.
We got like 30 seconds.
I'm assuming it's something with. I don't think it was a timeout by any team. It wouldn't be a media.
Oh, it looked like it was St. Joe's. It looked like one of their bubbles went down from 4 to 3.
No, it was Dixon. Yeah, so Dixon was hurt.
Oh.
That would be why. No. Yeah, it hurt right underneath the net where the cheerleaders are. He's going to the locker room or whatever locker room that is for Duquesne. Yeah, just taking another look. He goes flying into the camera. So I wonder if
he might have just landed awkwardly.
Yeah. I mean, that's tough. If basically falling on a human body with a big camera. That's not ideal, man.
Those things are not life for somebody who has worked that camera.
No, yeah.
I hate those cameras. They're about 40, 50 pounds.
Wow.
That's a good
big finish by Fleming with the lay. He doesn't get a foul, but it was a strong finish nonetheless. Here's Rozier. Duquesne falling behind here. They're down by 6. They need a score on this possession. It starts with Crawford at the left wing, cutting in towards the center at the free throw line. Takes a step back, gives to Corbett. Cutting towards the middle is Rozier. On the left wing, it's Wronski. Wronski gives for Crawford back to the left.
It seems like they've gone away from a zone approach and gone more to a man approach on defense, and it's really starting to cause problems.
Crawford, nice move. No good, though. Rebounded by no one. They'll call a foul on Wilborn as Reynolds drawing the foul right there. And I think I just saw someone I know on the sideline. That's insane. Not Ray Dunn. Matt Dunn, I believe. If that's you, Matt Dunn. What's up? I think I might actually be. That's insane.
Yeah, that's
actually.
A reach in all the way.
Yeah. So.
On Reynolds.
Now, we praise Wilborn for not having any fouls. I think he's picked up 2 early.
He's at 3 now.
Yeah, he's got his 3rd now in the second half.
And they're up to 5 already. Just 7 minutes in.
And that's going to cause problems, yeah. That's not good. It's been a while since I feel like being in the bonus for this long has affected the Dukes in losing a game, but it's going to affect them tonight. I got to be honest. That's going to be 7.
That's going to be their 6th foul.
Oh, well, they have to do that pretty quickly. So one more, and Duquesne will put St. Joe's in the bonus, a 1-and-1 bonus at that. Only get 3 opportunities to use that 1-and-1 for their benefits, but it's not ideal, especially when you get into the late game stages. You want to try and keep them in the bonus and not the bonus plus.
Yeah, that's good. It's good spacing. Ball's going to go out.
Yeah, nice defense by Duquesne, forcing a turnover from Reynolds.
I'm surprised there because that's 13's Fleming, right?
Yeah, Rasheer Fleming.
Fleming was on Kareem. I'm surprised nobody tried to get the ball down there
when
he was mismatched on them.
That's a
before
good
Matsus
point.
Came over and switched over. Because that could have been a free bucket had somebody gotten the ball down there. Because Kareem would have not had an easy chance.
Here's Wronski. Gives inside for Wilborn. Wilborn fighting his way down there. He draws the foul. That's going to be on Haskins. So Duquesne has a chance once again from the line to get some points.
And this is where you got to start making your comeback. It starts at the line. It's always been at the line. It has to start here. They got to sink both these shots.
Also,
at the very least one.
I think if he misses both of these, I think they get Clucks. I don't know what Clucks is. Is that a place? I don't even know. Maybe I should know. I'm from Philly. It doesn't matter. First shot is good. What is Clucks? That's a genuine question.
Is it like a Zaxby? That's probably like what, the northern version of Zaxby, maybe?
Clucks and Gillis. I don't want to know the definition of Cluck.
Or like Raising Cane's and Lanes. You know what I mean?
Hot Clucks. I think that's actually what it's called. It's the ultimate Southern experience in Philadelphia.
Southern experience of Philadelphia.
Eli Wilborn
Philadelphia
made 2 free throws, by
is
the way.
exact
Don't let that
opposite of Southern.
don't let that distract you from the fact that Eli
Wilborn made
Wilborn made
both.
2 free throws.
That's huge.
incredible. It's the first time it's happened tonight. We're 12 minutes left in the second. Wow, long shot. Heat check from
Huge.
Reynolds goes off the top of the backboard.
Picked up by Nietzsche's. And
Wow,
that's
that
what you
was-
need, just boxing out your guys.
Yeah, that took a weird turn, and it could have really gone haywire for the Dukes. Rebounding that,
timeout?
they're gonna call a foul on St. Joe's there. It will be immediate timeout, however, with 11:49 to go in the second half. It's Duquesne trailing by 4, but still in this one. Where is?
I'm glad that this game's been doing as well as it has been.
Wow, the Eagles finally just released the unscripted episode of the behind the scenes of Eagles Commanders. I'm very happy.
Oh.
That makes me very excited. That is some great stuff there. You'll love to see it, quite frankly.
Oh, of course.
Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. All right. So,
I remember I looked at that Expedia commercial and all I saw was hoedown, throwdown from them.
do the hoe
And
down.
the Hannah
Throw
Montana.
down. Put it all together. That's how we roll.
I didn't even know that you would get.
That was a
big-time
great
commercials
song,
like
by the
these.
way. Can we talk about Hannah Montana for a second?
The tangents my brain goes on is wild, folks.
I think we've hit a point where I don't know what's going on.
Not yet.
Oh, no, I brought up Hannah Montana. I think there's a lot of confusing and interesting situations going on already.
Yeah.
You know what? We went on some pretty weird tangents in the Phillies-Mets series, so, I mean.
Oh yeah, we
By
definitely
the
did.
way-
We definitely did. I
By
forgot
the way,
about this.
Phillies live streams will come back because I'll be in here
Oh, yes.
I'll be in here a lot once Philly season starts. So I will. Even if if you're here with me, I'll just boot up a live stream. And if you want to tune in, fellas, let me know because I do a lot of Philly watching. I'm a big Phillies guy. I watch about 140 games a year, at least 2 or 3 innings. That's like my bar of watching a game. Mostly, if I get the chance to watch all 9 innings, I just, don't get the chance as much. I'm a busy
Yeah.
guy. You know the vibes. I feel like it these days. When you are the president of DSTV, there's a lot going on. By the way, if you're watching this and you're a member of DSTV, fill out the form. We gotta get a meeting going next week.
We will be.
I just gotta check that out. We'll see.
Let's see. Standings.
Nah, man. Honestly, that's a tough loss for VCU. I'm actually really upset they lost that game last night to SLU because it doesn't help the 2-bid league. It doesn't help. The 3-bid league is already dead. All right, that's
that
fine.
was never going to be a 3-bid. This is going to be
There
a 1-bid.
was going to be, though. If VCU played as, picked up a win against Seton Hill, Nevada in
This is going to be
non-conference,
1-bid.
and VCU, continues to make sure they won games and didn't drop games
I mean,
like
St.
they
Louis
did to
has been
SLU.
pretty good this year, though.
They just don't
are
have the
third.
resume. They don't have the
Alex-
non-con resume, sadly. And
No.
Dayton had the non-conference resume,
They
but they've
played
been so
very bad.
trash. It's a shame. That's a
Wilborn's
trash
shot
miss
just
by
bounces
Wilborn.
in between the backboard and rim.
So that means St. Joe's will get the ball here.
yeah,
St.
Edwards
Joe's actually
checked
had a
in.
couple of – they beat Texas Tech as the foul called on Edwards. There was a nice penetration there by Brown. And by the way, that puts
That's gonna put him
St.
in the
Joe's
bonus.
into the bonus, so that's really bad. But anyways, they beat Texas Tech. They almost beat Texas.
St. Joe's?
Yes, they did. It was
Did we Texas Tech, who's ranked?
Yeah, they beat him at MSG, I think, too.
That's crazy.
Texas Tech was, I think, receiving votes or number 24 at the time. But I don't know. Is Texas Tech ranked now? I think
Yeah, they're ranked.
Oh, wow. So that win gets better and better.
They're 22nd and they're beating TCU as we speak.
Nah, but St. Joe's would literally have to go on like a 10-game heater. Their start to conference play
I'm just gonna pull out
blew.
a wild thing. It's way too early, by the way, but
No, man.
almost 12 minutes in, UConn's losing by 9 to DePaul.
How many?
They're losing by 9 to DePaul.
Oh, my God. Come on. Are we doing this tonight? Are we doing the DePaul upset of UConn tonight? That'd be insane.
Well, UConn's down to 25th.
Edwards to Wilborn. Carves out some space. He missed the wide open layup. Wow. That hurts. Here's Brown.
That's one they're going to look back and kick themselves for. If it gets
Simpson
out of
for
hand.
3. No good.
Can't get the
Rebounded. Yeah, and they're going to call foul. They'll call it on Finkley. Wow, Duquesne catches a break there. Edwards a little smaller than Finkley, but Finkley had to go over the head of Edwards to get the rebound.
I think his left hand might have went over his shoulder.
That is a fair point. And he went over his head. It just felt. Oh, I don't know about that one.
Actually,
No, I don't know about that one, sir.
that might be a little bit of a bailout.
We'll take it. Anyways, here's Netchus. Gives over for Ronsky. Now for Edwards at the left wing. Edwards. Nice mid-range shot. No good. Rebound Brown. Duquesne's got to be careful here. 46-40
There's
inside.
no one down
Fleming wide open. He jams it home. It's an 8-point lead for St. Joe's.
Starting to get out of hand.
Not good. 10-10 left in the second half, and Duquesne calls a timeout. Wow. Good run from St. Joe's coming out of that media timeout. And they snatch an 8-point lead to their name.
This is a beautiful pass down to Fleming. I'm surprised Edwards could have gotten a foul there as well. So his hand looked like it grazed right across Fleming's face.
That would have been a really bad situation. Oh, man. That is not good. You know, when you get a loss from Dayton and Dayton's up your rear end, you got to win. You got to win no matter who it's against. But, well, maybe unless it's against VCU. You know what? I would honestly be fine if Duquesne were to lose this game, and then they got a couple favorable matchups coming up with UMass and Richmond. But they got to win both those games in that case.
Right now, it just doesn't feel like it's a given as sad as it sounds.
It is certainly not, but it's favorable. Because if you lose this game, you go to 4-4. However, if you're able to pick up a win against UMass at home on Saturday and then on the road against Richmond, I know that's tough, but I think they can win that one. And you come home for an 8-10 showdown against Loyola Chicago on Super Bowl weekend, and if you can win. If you can go on a 3-game heater after that, this game doesn't mean anything.
That's true.
Because you take one against St. Joe's, which is not the end of the world. But if you were to get a win here, this would be huge for tie breaks. Because they're around the same spot here, and I don't know. It's just the 8-10 schedule's coming. After you're done with Loyola Chicago, you got Dayton, Fordham, St. Bonaventure, and LaSalle. The final 2 games are the home games. The final 3 home games are UMass on Saturday, Loyola Chicago next Saturday, and then Fordham on February 19th. Then boom, you're done with home games. So you got 3 home games left. And by my calculations, 1, 2, 3, 4 road games, man. So you got 7 games left. It feels like league play literally just started. I don't know why, but
Yeah.
oh my goodness. Okay, I'm just also. Can we discuss something? I'm a little annoyed. Duquesne didn't get many nationally televised games. I'm not appreciative of that, man.
I feel like a lot of people weren't expecting us to do.
No, I can't believe that Duquesne Loyola Chicago's at 6 p.m.
I think it's interesting that one game, our next home game, is going to be sort of produced with Sportsnet.
Yeah, oh boy,
That'll be interesting.
that'd be fun.
Actually, what's funny is our
I
last.
think the thing is, like, even though it's on Sportsnet, our production team for Duquesne Athletics still runs a show with that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that's
So it changes when
that's
like
something
say, like
you don't know.
Does that change
Yeah.
when like a USA or a CBS comes in?
It changes with CBS
Does it
Sports.
change with USA?
I don't. Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah, because it's just if it's because we are partnering with Sportsnet, so I believe it's a Duquesne crew. Dixon's going to try a three. He's got a three. They needed one. They need something. They'll take it. That's his second three of the year. Jiminy Christmas.
Points in very unlikely places. That was the last.
I don't know. I
That
didn't
was
expect
the
that.
last thing I was
Finkley
expecting.
inside for a wide open dunk from Haskins. Dixon just a little late to get over there.
Just couldn't get there.
All right, but, well, they got a 2, you got a 3. It's cut to 7. So you'll take what you can get at this point, I guess.
Just got to take baby
You
steps.
got to be careful with that screen there from Dixon. Here's Rozier, kicks out Dixon. No, don't try
I was
another
about to
3.
say.
Spinning in Dixon. Oh,
get
he
it.
almost
There's too much
put it
pressure in his
home.
face.
Yeah. So here's Brown. 7-point lead. They can make it double digits with a 3-pointer on this possession. Here's Simpson, guarded by Netchus. Cutting in is Haskins, blocked by Netchus, but he's fouled on the second shot, and he'll go to the line for 2. Haskins, the one ferocious in the paint.
Yeah.
Desir Haskins from Willingboro, New Jersey. Fun fact, not too far from me. Not too far from where I grew up. I didn't grow up in Jersey, but I grew up on the border of Jersey.
Boy.
Dude, Jersey dudes are something
Philly
else.
From Jersey.
Ah, man. Probably like 45 minutes.
Oh, wow.
But where I'm from, like, I'm 30 minutes outside of Philly, but I'm, like, literally on the edge of Pittsburgh, or of Pennsylvania and New Jersey. So, like,
That's funny.
I'm pretty much on that, I'm pretty much on the edge. But, like, I literally, if you drive, like, onto the highway, getting off from my house, in, like, the first sign you'll see once you get onto 95 to the highway is a sign for Trenton.
Huh.
So I can just hop on, I can get Trenton in, like, 15 minutes. So it's
substitutions, by the way. We got Matus and Nietzsche both coming out for Duquesne.
Here's Dinkins off the handoff from Dixon. Dixon gets it in nice hands from Xavier Brown to turn it over.
Slapped it out just right.
Oh, man.
Tried to go with looked like both hands, and it just got
nice
slapped out of
active
his hands.
Wow. Nice bucket. Tough
good.
bucket from Haskins.
Haskins has been their main guy down low, causing problems.
It's a 10-point game now. Next stoppage will most likely bring us to our TV timeout with 8:07 to go. They'll call a foul like 8:01 to make that irrelevant. No, they won't. Here's Rozier inside for Dixon. Dixon puts it up and in.
And they needed
cuts
that.
it to 8. So Dave Dixon, another nice bucket from him. He had a 3-pointer a couple minutes ago. Now he has a deuce.
Oh, no, not media timeout yet.
No. Next stoppage, however, will bring us to that. Pass inside for Brown. Brown covered by 3 Dukes. He kicks it out. Finkley fakes and throws it away. Duquesne ball when they come out of the break. Duquesne falls behind by 8, but they're still in it here with 7 to go. Wow, this is just a little ridiculous with how Duquesne just not a good stretch. They're just inside. Yes,
time and time again. They're getting passes over the top. They're getting wide open lanes like down by the baseline, and it's just some small mistakes.
Yeah,
and they're starting to add up right now.
They're
showing Philly, showing off Philly.
Of course, they have the Rocky Jump, the art museum in the commercial.
Have you run up those steps before?
I have, actually. It was a while ago, but I did. I couldn't do that today. I'm kidding. I'd like to think I could.
Shout out to the A10 ad that had Megan McConnell in it.
Is she still in the commercial?
Yeah.
Ah, nice. That's our only representation.
Is it
I thought we had.
I think everybody else looks like it just has one.
I thought we had
person.
Data in there.
It might have been from before.
Anthony Grant at the end.
I wish we had A10 football.
Oh my God, that'd be the. You know what A10 basketball is? It's chaos. What do you think A10 football would be? It would be worse than the NEC. Dude, and that says a lot because NEC's chaos.
Because how many teams? How many teams?
Nah, man, not a
A10 have
lot.
football. Because I know Richmond does, Duquesne does,
Dayton does.
Um,
Fordham does, I
does,
think.
Richmond
Yeah.
does.
You already said Richmond.
Or is it? UMass does.
Yeah, UMass are leaving football. UMass would kill us. No, they wouldn't, actually.
Yes, they would.
Actually, they probably would. They're independent.
Yes, they
Actually,
would.
yeah, you're right. They are independent.
They're FBS versus FC.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I think UMass was independent for a
the
while,
only
man.
school
By the way,
that's an FBS that might as well be an FCS.
By the way,
is
smart
Kent State.
that's true.
You know
we
the game I'm
we
talking
could
about?
probably beat Kent State.
Well, did you see when they went 0-11 this year?
Yeah,
You
they
know who
didn't win
one
a
of their
game.
losses was?
I know they lost to Penn State.
St. Francis
Oh my God, they lost
in the
to St.
NEC.
Jesus, dude.
They lost by 10.
We killed St. Francis.
For
on
reference, folks, we
homecoming.
beat St. Francis in football 38-7.
Yeah. I don't know how you remember that.
I'll never forget it. It's the funniest thing I ever saw because
It was very funny. I think they were like
I
a rival
almost
for
put a
football.
$10 bet down on that game because like St. Francis was like a plus 2,100.
That's a
What
terrible idea.
shot
Wow.
From,
Great
what was it,
shot.
Dinkins?
I believe it was from Dinkins. Dinkins cuts the lead to 6. Do
That's
you
gonna be-
believe in miracles?
It's not a miracle. It's not miracle time yet. But what's going to need
It's
to
almost
happen is
miracle time,
something has to. They have to play better defense down low. They got to start making them try to take deeper shots.
I just want to pull out the Al Michaels call. By the way, we're coming up on an anniversary of that. Nice hands from Rozier. They call the foul. Oh, it felt late.
That was really late. And I guess that's going to be on Rozier.
God, and that's going to send him to the line. That's brutal. Yeah, so taking a look, Dinkins started out on the right wing, then cut it back, step
Just a
back.
good
Nice shot. Nice shot from Dinkins.
That seemed really late.
Does it count for Clucks if they miss multiple free throws? Can we do that? I guarantee you they'll start getting kids to cheer against their own team for Clucks. His first free throw is good, especially if it's in a blowout. Dude, if Duquesne was in a blowout and they went to the line for 2, I'd probably cheer for free fries. Not that that's like the biggest thing ever. It's just you're getting blown out. You know what the result's going to be. Take some free fries along the way with you.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's Kareem Rozier with it.
We're not entering that territory yet. We got to get. It's going to depend on. He needs to get some pressure going.
Yeah, here's Crawford. Lob for Dixon. Oh, my
Misses.
goodness.
Good
Another
rebound.
one that Duquesne almost converted on. They called a foul.
St. Joe's.
They call a foul. Corbett would have had it in the corner for the offensive rebound. However, they call a foul. Oh, my goodness. Can one of them go down? Oh, my God. That would have been
on the way
awesome.
down. I think he slapped. I couldn't tell you 22 is. 22
There's Doozer.
is.
Doozer sighting.
That was on Ajabar?
A Joe Bar.
A Joe Bar.
Yeah,
It was
first
on a
free
Joe
throw
Bar.
from Dixon is good. How about it?
Let's go.
Well, that's terrific.
But it came on the way down. It looked like he slapped. It kind of got his face on the way down with his left hand.
The Dukes will take it.
Shot is up, and it's good.
Where is the Xfinity Center? It's in Mansfield. Who plays at the Xfinity Center in college basketball? I'm trying to like.
That'll put Duquesne over 500 or over 50% at the free
So you know
throw
what?
line.
In theory, it is over 500.
Yeah, it's just-
in decimals,
It's like
yes.
records. Wow.
Oh, good heavens! Big jam from a Joe Bar.
Joe Bar. Crawford couldn't get the leverage on that play.
Man. All right, here's Rozier. Gives for Corbett, who just takes a couple steps back to the logo. I don't know what that was for. Corbett driving. Lost it, and Rozier
Kareem
gets it
will
back
pick
with
it up.
14 seconds. Dinkins for
Dickens,
3.
that's not-
That was a
his
bad
feet aren't
shot.
set.
That was a bad shot. No good. I think he thought they didn't have as much time as they actually did, is what it felt like. It still blows. Regardless, here's Brown. Brown with it. Guarded by Kareem.
Now you're starting to
5.5 now.
Defense has got to start making plays.
Yeah.
I mean,
They have to
offense
make some
obviously
plays
has not
here.
been great, but they're making a lot of mistakes down low.
Joe Bar fading away. They'll give him that shot. Rebounded by Rozier with one hand. Off to Dinkins. Dinkins driving in, kicks. Rozier, 3-ball. In and out. They call a foul on the floor on St. Joe's. 5:14 to go here in the second half.
St.
Wow,
Joe's
that
is
would have
near
helped
in.
if that went in.
And they're
2
reaching,
away.
they're
They're
at
1 away
6
now. Yeah. Good eyes. And Crawford
just couldn't get the leverage.
Yeah, they just showed the Joe Bar dunk. So now here the Dukes have a chance to cut it to 6
Back to
or
6.
5. A 5 would be if they hit a 3. Here's Crawford. Wallops it over for Dixon. They'll try it again. No good, but rebounded by Dixon. Dixon turns it over. That
lazy
was
pass. He saw.
He was off balance, and now Reynolds
there.
for 3. No good, but
That's
they
gonna be a
call the
foul.
foul on
That's gonna
Dixon.
be no, I think it was on Corbett.
I thought it was on Dixon.
Might have been on Dixon.
I think Corbett was.
I think Finkley got shoved over.
Yeah, definitely Finkley was the one who drew the foul. 4:55 left. That hurts that Duquesne wasn't able to get
That's gonna put him in
a
double
bucket.
bonus.
Yeah. It was
No,
actually Crawford.
it's
We're both wrong.
Crawford just shoved him over. There's no need.
No. Yeah, you can't do that.
Those are just the little mental errors.
And
from
now-
the missed free throws to the.
Now
to
they're
wide
in the
open
bonus
down
plus.
low. It's just.
Yeah, I believe they're in the bonus plus
Yeah,
now.
they're in the double bonus. Yeah.
So the first free throw is good, so it didn't matter from Simpson. They have a chance to cut it to bring the lead back to 10 with the free throw here.
Is it double bonus or is it bonus plus?
It's double bonus, but I mean the scoreboards will usually say like bonus plus.
Okay.
It can go either way, and it's just not great from Duquesne. And now the lob for Dixon, no good again. They've had those lobs there. They could not finish.
Crawford
for 3.
Can't get it.
No good again. Duquesne once again having trouble putting it home. They cannot find a way to score on the last few possessions. It has hurt them. It has brought them down by 10 now. Brown gives to Finkley. Cutting in. Reynolds, he caught. Trey Dinkins falling asleep, and he puts the bucket in. It's a 12-point game. And now Rozier has it, and Duquesne hitting a more improbable state of winning this game in terms of the odds. Here's Dinkins, puts it up, he's got it. It cuts it to 10 with under 4 to go. Next timeout will be immediate timeout here, and the final one of the game at that. Here's Simpson is a big possession. Every possession is big from here on out for the Duquesne Dukes. But you really need to stop here.
Mistakes have to be kept to a minimum now.
Yeah, well, you might not have to be kept to a minimum of 0. That is stolen away and deflected off St. Joe's Hawk, and it'll be Duquesne ball heading out of the timeout here with 3:30 to go. Duquesne's going to have to be perfect in the final 3.5. They trail by 10 here at Hawk Hill.
I think what's made it so frustrating as well is like I said, they've beaten them in the turnover battle. They've beaten them. They've had way more chances. They've beaten them down low.
Or the free throws.
But they're getting beat on they're 5 for 9. And here's the other one. It's the fouls that are killing them today. 16 for 20 for St. Joe's at the free throw line.
It has felt like the fouls have had a pretty big influence in this game.
They've had 20 shots, and they're 80%.
Yeah, the free throws have just been a killer. And
It's not even them. Well, it is them not shooting good, obviously, because they're 5 for 9 again. But what's really been the problem has just been down low. They're getting beat, and they've been getting beat all day. They have St. Joe's up to 4 guys now with double-digit points, with Xavier Brown, Rasheer Fleming, Eric Reynolds II, and Dacier Haskins.
Yeah. Wow. This is brutal.
And this has been some rough shooting. Nietzsche's is 0 for 6. Wilborn's 1 for 8. I mean, the two of them alone are 1 for 14.
By the way, I have a little round robin on 3 games here.
Mm-hmm.
I have the Knicks, Pacers, and Sixers. Sixers are up at half.
You using MGM?
Pacers are, what's up? Yeah, Bet365 because they gave me free bonus bets. I'm saving my FanDuel bonus bets for the Super Bowl. You know, you gotta bet on the Super Bowl, man. It's an American pastime.
It really is.
We discussed how I got an early payout.
Which games?
Why did I get an early payout on the Pacers Pistons? The Pacers were up by 20 in this game. They're up by 20 and they're only up by 4 now. Are you kidding me?
The Pistons aren't too bad this year.
They drive me nuts. This is why betting is such a. If I don't get bonus bets, I don't do it.
It's
I
always
can't.
a bad idea.
It's a bad. That's your lesson
The
for
Pistons
today.
might actually make the playoffs this year.
Dude, if the Pistons make the playoffs, bro, and the Sixers don't.
Wait, let me ask:
God.
does the play-in count as making the playoffs? I want your take on that.
No. You have to make top 8 for the playoffs. That's what I call a play-in. You're trying to play into the playoffs. Ow, that hurt. I just shocked myself on this mic. Can we? That hurts.
Did you really?
Oh, that hurts so bad.
I always forget. So wait, how does the play-in work with
Dude, can we? Oh, that hurts
with
so bad.
the NBA? How does I've read rules and I still don't get it to this day when I've watched like playoffs.
Let's see. I want to see if I can see myself. Yeah, I saw myself shocking myself.
So,
Well, 9 and 10 play, and
whoever loses goes home.
Yeah, whoever loses goes home. The winner plays the loser of the 7-8 game to get the 8 seed. If you win the 7-8 game, you get the 7 seed. No questions asked. But the 9 and 10 seed, you're trying to get into the 8 seed matchup. You can't do any better than the 8 seed. Dixon's gonna try his third 3 of the night, and it went in and out. Wow.
I mean, there's a reason they're giving him that shot.
Yeah, if Dixon is going to shoot those, he's gonna have to make them especially in the second half. You're gonna have to make one more
Especially
of those.
if you're down by double digits at this point.
Yeah. Driving in, nice hezzy from Reynolds. He got space. He kicks it out to the left corner. Gets on the left wing now for 3. It would have been a dagger. It doesn't go, though. 2:42 left. Duquesne needs buckets, and they need them now. Bounce pass to Corbett. Corbett inside. He got it to go.
You need either fast buckets or threes,
Yeah.
and that's a good start with a fast bucket. That's a great pass from Kareem. And Corbett just saw the lane and took it.
And falling behind him on the drive down to the paint was Crawford. Reynolds missed. Rebound, step through, and one. Finkley. That might wrap it up.
That might end it.
Oh, man. Nice night from Finkley tonight, and it has been just a tough loss for Duquesne, but the fouls hurt him, and that's more. I don't know how that was a foul, by the way, but that has been a big story tonight, the fouls, in my opinion, especially when you have guys for St. Joe's, like multiple guys who have shot 4 or more free throws. We're now at 21 free throws for St. Joe's, but they made 17 of them. Rebound out for Duquesne. They got to get a quick bucket here. Inside for Dixon. Dixon's fouled. That's smart. You don't give him a chance at an and one. Now he's got to make free throws, but he only gets 2 of them. And with 2:02 to go, smart play by St. Joe's. So
I don't think they're worried about fouls at this point.
and here's the kicker in this one, and it's that St. Joe's did not shoot particularly well from 3, and they shot 16 threes. They only made 3 of them.
How many shots have they made tonight?
They've
Total?
made 22 total.
19 times down low.
They made 19.
Like maybe not 19,
Yeah.
but it's somewhere around 12 to 15.
There
times
wasn't
they have
many
been deep.
long twos.
No,
Let's just say
not
that.
at all.
Yeah.
Everything has been in the paint essentially.
Yeah, and that's something where Duquesne's gonna have to work on that because it's not like there's like this big paint. I know Fleming and Joe Bar are good, but they're not overpowering. And I felt that the guard play for St. Joe's has actually been better than their front court.
You'd have to believe if they give up a bucket here, this is going to be where they have to start fouling.
Yeah, well, for sure. And timeout call by St. Joe's. They want to make sure they get this possession right. If they score here, it's really over. But And Billy Lang is going to make sure that all is right on Hawk Hill.
It's a smart timeout. You saw that there was pressure and it was starting to close in around. I couldn't really see who had the ball there. It wasn't Reynolds. Was
Yeah.
it?
I'm not sure.
It was closing in on the guards.
Yeah, regardless.
And to keep it from, it looked like he might have actually thrown that out before right as the timeout got called. So I think it was a good decision.
I think it was spazzing out because he was catching up to all the scores. DePaul's up 37-29 on the UConn at half. Can we actually have a serious dialogue?
Oh
about
my
that?
God! Wisconsin got murdered in the second half. They are going to lose the
Maryland.
most likely.
Oh
will
my
lose
God.
the way it's going. They're up by 11.
Court storm? Question mark.
Oh yeah.
The electric.
'Cause they're right
Alabama,
outside
Mississippi State tonight.
Oh, that's an insane.
Number 14, Mississippi State.
might have to be a watch.
And number 4, Bama.
That's-
UMass or Ole Miss. Oh my God.
I know
he's
Maryland's
playing
been
Texas.
they've been ready for it because they're 27 right now. They're the second team right outside the top 25, right behind Michigan.
Yeah,
So they've been really wanting to get their way in the top 25.
and they did.
They should after this game.
Oh
They're
yeah,
gonna
that
put
one's
pressure
over.
on him.
And
The
the
traveling-
traveling call. Wow,
That's
Duquesne,
that's
great
a rare
job.
mistake from. Oh, well, I should say rare. They've had a lot of turnovers tonight. but
Xavier Brown.
That's a rare second half mistake from
Yeah.
St. Joe's.
They had like 8 in the first half or something.
They had 10.
And
They had 10.
wow, so they limited him in the second half. And Billy Lang's gonna call another timeout because apparently
Just their fifth turnover in the
we
second
must
half.
suffer through 2 timeouts in the span of like 5 seconds of game time. But
It's a given. The last 2 minutes should take about 45 minutes.
this is just sickening. It's sickening, man.
This is torture.
If we're gonna lose, let's just if the Dukes are gonna lose, let's just have it happen. No man.
As it looks up, Rhode Island gonna.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Fordham's still up by on LaSalle by 13. George Mason holding on to a lead against Loyola Chicago by 5. Rhode Island looks like they probably beat Richmond.
Wow, that's a nice win for them. In theory.
Rhode Island looks like they're gonna beat.
Oh, Rhode Island was
Rhode
up
Island's beating
huge on them at one
UMass.
point.
Oh,
Oh my God, it's an 8-point game.
yeah,
They're
it's
up by
an 8-point game.
21 at one point. Rhode
Yeah.
Island. What the heck is happening there? GW's up. George Mason's also up by
That's
5.
not a
Crawford
great shot from
fading
Crawford.
away.
That's just-
No good.
He's gonna
Rebound,
pick up the
Natchez.
rebound.
They got to go quick, though. Here's Rozier at the top of the key.
Gotta take something that's
Rozier
open.
drives in, stops in the corner, fades away, gives it to Dinkins. Dinkins driving in. They'll give him the 2. We'll
There you
take
go.
the 2. It's a 7-point game with a minute 18.
That
They
took a
need to
lot of
stop.
clock off. It took about 15 seconds off.
Oh, yeah, they need to stop. They don't need to foul, and they foul.
And Nietzsche gets called for the foul, and that might actually knock him out of the game. He had 4, I think.
No, boy. Pretty sure Natchez has fouled out of another game this year, I feel like. I might be going
He's
crazy.
had so many bad fouls.
Did he
this
foul out
season.
last game? I thought he fouled out last game.
Against Fordham?
Oh, my God. I
No.
thought he did.
I don't think so, no.
No,
I think he fouled out on one of the wins they had, actually. I want to say it
I
wasn't Rhode Island,
feel
but
like he might have fouled out in the St.
Or it might have been-
Bonaventure game.
Was it? I was thinking Davidson.
No, he had 4 fouls there. No.
I thought it was Davidson, maybe.
Maybe. No, he fouled out in the main game.
No.
But he had 4
He's out
fouls.
now.
He had 4
Matussa's
fouls.
in.
Yeah. He had 4 fouls against GW, 4 fouls against St. Bonaventure,
It's just
4
these
fouls
guys
against
stop
URI.
fouling.
No, yeah, it's a guy you can't really have come out of the game. That's brutal. So, first free throw's good. And now the dudes with the hard hats in the student section are happy, but the second free throw's missed. The curse of the hard hats.
So,
Here's
I mean,
Kareem Rozier.
it's
Dinkins,
not
they gotta
fully
shoot
over,
it. They
but
gotta
that's
shoot
a
it.
Deep shot.
He
Oh,
got it!
my goodness.
Dinkins from way outside. It's 5 now. A minute to go. Duquesne with pressure. And
I
it
think St. Joe's
is
going to call a timeout.
a timeout by
Duquesne.
St. Joe's.
Yeah.
Well, Duquesne can't.
Yeah, that's
St.
not bad.
Joe's calls a timeout. Wow. Duquesne, what a shot from Trey
I swear
Dinkins
Dinkins
from
is
the
good
parking
for
lot.
one of those a game.
That was from the parking lot at Hagen Arena.
He's had one.
Oh
I swear
my
to God,
goodness.
He's had one of those every game. I remember he had like 2 against Lipscomb. He had 1 ridiculous shot against Maine.
Yeah,
He
that
had
shot was
that
from.
nasty shot from Dayton. I remember, even though they were down by like
a
25.
shot against Maine.
but-
It was really late, right?
yeah.
That shot was from Locust Garage. Good Lord.
He's good for one of those a game.
No, that's true. Very much so.
By the way, UMass has cut it down to 6.
Man. Oh, my God. Don't tell me that Rhode Island's going to...
They might.
Oh, my God.
They might.
The people I know that are Rhode Island fans on Twitter are probably losing their bleeping mind.
And LaSalle's
going to
lose. They're down by 15 with a minute and a half left.
I wish I could say I felt bad. I'm not the biggest LaSalle guy.
And it looks
It's
like
almost like I'm cool with St. Joe's. I don't like LaSalle. It's like the two
Chicago
Philly
game,
schools.
wild. 49-46 with 56 seconds left.
Oh my God, that game stinks. That's a Duquesne Fordham pillow fight type game.
49-48 by
Wow,
the
on the
way.
corner is Brown, and they are just gonna get over midcourt now. The problem because they're scrambling.
They're gonna start
Duquesne's gonna
fouling.
have to start fouling. They do.
And at this point, all you can hope for
you
is a
had
missed
to.
shot.
I hate that they had to, but that's a
You
the
don't have many
30
options
second
at this point.
the 30-second shot clock in college kind of forces you to.
Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate. Such a choice. He's looking for his first win on his birthday as a head coach. I just don't think that's going to happen tonight unless Reynolds. It's a bonus plus, by the way. Reynolds' first free
Gonna have
throw
to
is
miss
up,
one,
and it's good.
But it's going to be good.
And I don't think Reynolds is missing
By
one
the
here
way,
in
that
this
Loyola
final.
George Mason game's tied.
Oh my God! Stop.
It's 49-49.
Stop, dude. Okay, we gotta watch the end of that on here. We'll have
If he makes
this
this is essentially game.
no,
for
yeah.
Reynolds.
Unless Trey Jenkins has another 3-pointer from
They're
the
going to have to
parking
drain
lot.
another
Yeah, here's
3.
Duquesne. They're down by 7 now.
It's essentially going to come
made
down
both.
to this possession. If they don't get a 3.
Yeah. Oh, they call a foul.
No,
now
that's smart. That's smart by St. Joe's.
now
at this
that's
point.
smart. However, there's still 44 seconds. There's still a lot of time on that clock. If you're gonna foul, you maybe wanted to foul later in the shot clock.
Maybe. But
Now Duquesne's just gonna get 2 free throws, assuming Rozier makes both. And now listen, they're not great at free throws.
I think
However,
that's why I think they're doing
that's why you
it.
got it to 5, and
They
you just
want them to beat them at the free throw line when they know they've been dead
Yeah.
last.
And
they
that's-
have the
yeah.
7-point advantage.
yeah. So Duquesne. Oh my God, he took way too long to shoot that. Wow, yeah, he made it. I don't know. Whenever I take too long to shoot a free throw, it never goes well. But I'm not Cream Rozier, and that's very clear by my stature, my 6'3" frame. Sorry, Cream. Love you, Cream, but Cream is much better at basketball than I am. The second free throw, he made it. I thought he was going to jinx it.
Up to 8 points for tonight.
5-point game, 44 seconds left. Duquesne needs some free throw magic.
They're going to have to find some way
Let's
to
just
get a turnover.
say
here
that,
is gonna be
yeah.
the big thing.
No,
Which,
yeah. All right, here's
if not, then
Brown.
they're going to start fouling
and
like
call
that.
foul. So that's a quick foul and a good foul.
You're going to see a lot of back and forth fouling, I think.
No, yeah, this is going to be a mess.
Because like I said, if you're St. Joe's, unless you miss, I would just keep fouling at this point. Because if you have that 3-possession hold on them,
Yeah.
clock's
That's when
going to
things
keep
start
draining.
getting sketchy.
You have to just trust your guys and hope they keep making free throws. And that's what they're going to do with Brown.
First free throw from Brown is good. Now,
They're going to keep the
42
ball in the hands
seconds.
of Reynolds and Brown if I were to be a betting man.
Or Brown. Looks like Brown's got a
Yeah.
pretty good handle on free throw shooting. His second one is good.
Yeah, they're
Swish,
not
never
gonna
in
let the ball
doubt.
get in Brinkley or Fleming's hands.
So now Duquesne's got to get a quick shot up here. Dinkins going to drive and make it. Oh, I thought he was going to blow that. He got it. So it's a 5-point game with 36 seconds. A lot of scoring happening in the last 24 seconds, so that's fine with Duquesne. Now on the trap in the corner, and they call a foul. I don't
on
like that
Dixon.
foul on Dixon.
hooked
They got to
him.
give him time to. You got to give him time
Make a
to make that
mistake.
trap work, and he doesn't.
It's just
Cost
bad. It's just
Duquesne,
bad
yeah.
mechanics. He didn't get his feet set. He just wrapped his arm around him. It wasn't even trying to intentionally foul. He just messed up that trap.
And they're gonna give Brown a chance here to make free throws again. Like
That's
we
the
said, he
difference.
looked
It's not
automatic
even-
the first 2.
It's not even on Duquesne. They're 9 for 13.
No,
They've
yeah.
actually been shooting well today, but that's their 23rd free throw made out of 28.
That's insanity.
That's the reason they're winning.
That is
It's the sole reason they're winning.
not sure if you know how many free throws it is. That's a lot. If you at home don't know how much
It's
Free
almost
throws,
a
that
third.
is. I
It's essentially
promise you it's a
third of their
lot.
points.
Oh my God, it literally is, yeah. I think it literally is a third of their points. That's insanity.
Look at that. Another 2 made. That's
All
up
right.
to 24.
Here we go. 7-point game. Dingus left wide open for 3.
And
Got
he
it.
makes
I don't
it.
know why you would do that.
That's
It's a
That's the only
4-point
person I
game.
wouldn't leave open at this point. After he made that deep shot, I don't know why you'd leave him open, but
Making up some ground here. Oh, they call foul on Duquesne. Oh, man.
Crawford, it looks like.
I thought that was a push-off on Reynolds. But they don't call that. They call the foul on Duquesne. Good Lord.
So Cam Crawford, I'm probably going to send him back to the line. It's not over
By
yet.
the way, is Duquesne in danger of any of their players fouling out here? Because I
Well,
feel like
these
they
is
did a
already
lot
fouled
of
out.
fouls. Like,
Crawford's at 4.
yeah, Crawford's got
at
4.
3.
Yeah, like they had
And Dixon's at 3.
the more they play
So-
this game, the more dangerous it gets.
Outside of Crawford, no.
Yeah, they pulled a miracle up out of their hat here and sent this game to overtime. Half the guys will be fouled out by then. First free throw's good from Brown.
That's the 25th.
Shot clock's turned off. Not that it mattered too much once we hit the under 1 minute mark of this game. So Brown, second free throw. He's
Unless
made
you get a rare miss
5.
from Brown.
He's
Yeah,
now
he's
made
not.
6 in the last 20 seconds or so.
It
Here's
essentially might come down to
Dinkins.
the shot if they don't get a
Yeah,
free.
Dinkins going to have to shoot it. He hasn't found. Oh, wow. It's a
not a
long
good shot.
3.
That's
No
not a good
good.
shot.
Rebound, Rozier. 18 seconds.
gonna go
Ronsky wide
Matus.
open for 3.
And he
Oh,
can't
no
get
good.
it.
It would have cut it to.
And that's game.
It would have cut
essentially.
it to 3. He
14
can't get it.
seconds left.
Yeah, that's going to do it for this one as long as Simpson makes both of his free throws. So, wow. Duquesne didn't have much of a chance once he got to a fouling game. It was really over once Finkley had that and 1 with about 2 minutes to go. And they're looking for free throw number 27 and 28 made on the night.
And that's
St. Joe's,
27.
wow, good heavens. They've made
This
a
has
lot of
to be
free
near
throws.
some of the most free throws they've ever
That was
made.
literally what I was about to look up.
If you can find it for the game.
Well, I'm trying to find their like history book.
Game.
If they could show me it, they just don't want to. Archives might be where I need to go. 11 seconds left. No, I'm just not going to find it. Driving in, Dinkins. Yeah, sure, dunk it for no reason. 7 seconds left. It's a 6-point game. They get it in, and they'll foul again, because why not one more time? Dinkins fouled out there?
No.
No? Oh, is he not the one? Oh, I
No, he
think
has
you said
one foul.
Kareem
No, it's
was the one.
Crawford.
Oh, Crawford. Yeah.
I know Crawford actually fouled out.
Oh, great. Awesome.
Not like it matters, but
It doesn't matter, but, you know. So Reynolds will now go back to the line. It's kind of a full
with a chance
circle. He was the one who started
to make
this.
30 free throws to end the
Oh,
night.
my God.
And that's 29.
Is there like a maybe? Sports
And
reference on it?
that's not 30.
Oh, he missed it. They got 29 free throws. Dinkins with 1 second. He's not even going to shoot it. He's going to shoot it. Is it going to go in? Oh, my God, it went in. So Duquesne will lose by 4 tonight instead of 7. Are you kidding me? If only you saw what that shot. That was ridiculous.
He lobbed up a shot, pressure in his face from the right
Dude,
side of
that
the
was
line,
insanity.
and he just drains it.
Duquesne loses 76-72. A tough one tonight. Your final thoughts, Nick, before we sign off tonight.
I guess to give a little wrap up tonight,
Oh my God,
I
I can't believe we made that.
I think this is the first game, and this figures. Do you remember that stat we talked about? 66%. They actually shot over 66% at the line.
Wow, what they
But-
shoot?
69. I mean, they went 9 for 13. See,
And that's not the end of the world.
they started the night 0 for 4 and then went 9 for 9. So
Listen, that's doable. It's just the problem is when you give up 29 free throws
you go,
made. That's
you give
a
up
problem.
30. You give them 35 chances
Yeah,
at the
that's-
line.
And okay,
That's
fine. Maybe
unacceptable.
and it doesn't matter if you say, oh, the ref might have blew a couple of those calls. I didn't see any blown calls. I thought maybe some were ticky-tacky, but there's 35 free throws. A majority of them are actual real
Let's
calls.
just say even 2 or 3 of those calls change.
It's still 30 free
That's
throws.
still 29, 28.
Maybe
free
30
throws.
free throws if it's an
30,
and one.
30.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just one of those things where you just
not ridiculous.
beat yourself. And it's frustrating as well because, fun
insane.
fact, Trey Dinkins put up 27 points in a losing effort.
Good Lord, that's just
And you want to
brutal.
look at the losing effort? Again, down low. It's the same
loses you
story
games.
of losing your game down low. Rasheer Fleming, 6 for 8. Who else shot well? Desir Haskins, 4 for 5. Finkley had 2 shots down low. And then you look at Duquesne. Wilborn and Nietzsche's 1 for 14 down low. They shot terrible.
Yeah.
And there's no way around it. And
That's just
at some
tough
point,
loss.
an adjustment's going to have to be made. And I like Nietzsche's to a high degree, but I just cannot see starting him when he's starting to become a liability.
He had no points. He went 0 for 6.
0 for 6, fouled out of the game, only 3 rebounds, and had a really ugly turnover late in the first. I think it was the start second half.
Yeah,
That led to a bucket.
Edwards had the turnover early.
Yeah, Edwards had the one, and Corbett had the one. Second half, but again, another one. Dave didn't have a great night. I know he had 9 points. He still had 3 fouls and 4 turnovers.
Yeah, he was a
It's just
mess.
been an issue of the big men not stepping up and producing
They
much
haven't done
quality.
enough. Yeah.
They've not done much this season.
Yeah.
Most of the production has come from Kareem, Cam Crawford, Trey Dinkins, and some good games from Corbett and Edwards. That's it. Matus gives them some decent production, but he's their best, bigger
Forward
option.
Yeah, I guess he's a forward. Yeah, I guess
He's
he
a-
plays small
yeah.
forward. Maybe power forward when they go smaller.
Like
but
Corbett's the closest one to a center, and he's not. He's a power forward. He's a power small forward who plays guard.
I'd say he's a power when he feels like it.
Yeah. So it's just
Yeah,
they have to
anyways,
start getting some production down low, or they're gonna keep dropping games. They're gonna keep ending up in foul trouble.
Yeah.
They're not gonna have this sort of extreme game. I don't think you have another extreme game like this, in which you give the other team 35 free chances at the line, but
Yeah, no.
you're still gonna give them
happen.
15, 17, 20, 22. That's not acceptable at this point.
No,
So-
absolutely not. You're right on with that one. That will do it here for our coverage. We appreciate you all tuning in. Your final score, St. Joe 76, Duquesne 72. Next time we'll be on here will be on Wednesday night again. The Duquesne Dukes and Richmond Spiders. I'll be here with you. I'm sure Fernball will be here as well. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good night.